she on her life. She told me, mouth too slick, too slick, too slick. Hey, Jonesy in the morning. Got your midnight tape for me, girl. It's giving icy. It's Jonesy in the morning. Jonesy in the morning. With shade and laughter, shade and laughter me.
Miss C was first. I saw you. Good morning. Good morning, people. Hope everybody slept well. Hope everybody had a good last day of summer weather for at least another 3 days, from what I understand. Who got caught in that rain yesterday? Did anybody? I was in Yonkers at Make My Fish, and that rain, the sky opened up as soon as I parked, and I stayed in the car. First, I did my usual, where's my umbrella? I'm not going to let a little rain. And then I said, girl, you in your 50s now. You lie smooth, and you ain't got nothing to prove. And sat there in the car and waited until it stopped. And then it stopped. And I was like, you would have got all wet for nothing. Pause. Hey, Chop Girl. Good morning, Miss Kamika. Charlie, I am. Good morning. Miss C, I'm very proud of you. I think that's your, how many times have you been first? Now. Tim Brown, Big Brown Eyes. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Mimi. Big R and DKC. Moski is here. Hi, Rhonda from Maryland. Live Love. Good morning. Che Bella. Thank you yesterday for the donation, Che Bella, and all the rest of you. You guys said you enjoyed yesterday's show, so I'm wondering what that was. Is it just me having somebody else talk? Or was it that we got to, I don't know. Search kind of allowed us to beat up on white people through him. And he took it on the chin. He was the poster boy for the yeah. Love that. Hi, Natalie. Hi, John. Disco Nika. Hi, Reginald and Big R. Hi, Lady in Flight. And Sharifa. You're new here. Good morning. Welcome. Amazon Mom and Nikki Blue are here. Nas and Red Nye are here. Stephanie B. Be True. Trinero. Thank you for the email yesterday. I went through your pics, actually, and started checking out your family, Trinero. Joseph Langley, when people try and engage with me, that's what I do. I go and check out what's going on. Antique and Gal, good morning. Sherelle, hey boo, hey. Kim Travels, hey boo, hey. Hi, Yellow Diamond. And Kim, our moderator. Good morning. Shy Boy Shades, welcome back. Tamiko Marie, you didn't walk in on anything yet. The Van Wyck Expressway was bad. What happened? What happened with the Van Wyck? What happened with was it the LIE that had a sinkhole? See, now shit is getting closer to home. Am I Teresa Judice today with this wig? Somebody be honest and tell me, does it need to go back? I feel like it's too far on my head. And what happened at LaGuardia Airport with the sinkhole? I'm gonna say, how you sinking? But it's not funny. Lola, good morning. Jonesy. Everybody have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Even if it will rain in the Northeast, we celebrate Juneteenth anyway. Yeah, well. And C, good morning. I went to a Broadway show yesterday afternoon. Nice. Got home, and an hour later, the storm happened. Was that a matinee? Because I think this happened at around 4 o'clock. Yeah, because I got up to Yonkers at, no, wait. I got up to Yonkers, I don't remember, y'all. Oh, 5 or 6. MC Search was so good, bring him back. Right? Hi, Chase No One and Nicole Perry. The history of it all, right? Because even though it's, music, it's still, history is everything. It amazes me. Some things you find out that you didn't know, because few things were documented. We rely heavily on our memories. And I like what he's doing in Trenton. But the museum, the graffiti museum, I like that. But we will test his true level of give back when the kid reaches out. Let's see. It wasn't just him. It was just a great show. Oh, thank you, Amazon Mom. I mean, if it were, I'm just trying to gauge what you guys like and what you guys want more of. But thank you for saying that. In my hand lies the first 2 episodes of Pink Champs. They're on here. Yay. They'll be. Are you guys serious about wanting to do a live Pink Champs at Comedy Harlem next month? Because I still want to do my Kevin Hart roast part 2, where we go after anything white. Did you guys see Chelsea Handler? She sat down with, what's that guy's name? That comedian. I want to say from
Deion Cole.
Wasn't Deion Cole on, what show was he on? Was it Blackish? And he played the friend of Anthony Anderson. Anthony Anderson was the dad on Blackish. And I want to say he played the co-worker. Was that him? Let me ask chat. Or should I ask my chat? Someone in my chat, or should I go to chat? Let me ask, because I've been eating my facts. Good morning, Giddy. Did Deion Cole play on Grownish? I mean, on Blackish. What made me say Grownish? Yep. He was on Blackish. He played the co-worker. So Chelsea Handler did an interview with him yesterday. Giddy, did I snatch it for you? Hi, Garcelle.
So,
thank you, Big R. Big R set the tone.
Here with who I am.
Yeah.
I don't care if these guys say that I'm a whore. I'm doing exactly what they're doing, except I'm a woman and I'm allowed to.
And that's real.
Yeah, I'm rich, I'm famous, and I'm hot. So I'm fucking people.
You're supposed to. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna continue to keep doing that as long as I remain as fuckable as I am. So I don't really see the problem.
Yeah, no, and I think a lot of other women should feel the same way out there, especially women that I run into.
Yeah, whether you're famous, whether you're famous or rich, those don't apply. But the idea that, what were they going to say about me? They couldn't say anything other than that I'm a whore or my age. I think that was the other thing that they went in. And you're like, well, okay. Those aren't jokes. That's not clever writing. And I knew they would be lazy because they do that for a living. And I knew enough. I don't have a lot of stuff about like I'm 51, Tony Hinchcliffe and so Shane and I'm their backgrounds. I have who I am. And I don't care if these guys, ex-girlfriends blowing up my DMs that had dated Shane and were telling me stuff about him. So based on that, I was like, oh, these guys are pretty bad.
So you had something on him that you was going, you could have tell us now. What
it's just everything we know, that they're racist, that they're bigots, that they're sexist, you know, that they think they're like invincible, that they've been canceled for being like, you know, Shane got fired from SNL, but then was on SNL years later. So he got fired. So what happened in between those two events? So he believes, this is per one of his exes, that he's invincible. He's like, doesn't matter. I can say anything I want.
Yeah. Do you think that now a lot of like white comics, they feel as though that they can say something racist and it's more further their career?
Well, yeah, they're going to get in with that group of like Roganites and that Austin group of Joe Rogan and stuff about like Tony Hinchcliffe and all of those guys and their backgrounds. You know, had girls like ex-girlfriends blowing up. That's their MO. Even some girl comics have started to do it, to be like in with that group.
Yeah. So it's like they say this way. Yeah, because I'm starting to feel that. I'm starting to feel like it's this thing that a lot of white comics are doing, and there's this group of them that's like they saying things and people, they get famous and then people get on their ass, but then there's another group going, hey, well, you're cool with us for saying what you say.
Yeah.
Now they become super rich and famous and they sell out all over. And it's like, I don't think anybody should be paying attention to that because, you know, it's not happening like that on the other end. But they're becoming famous over this shit. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's crazy. So with this whole, so did you feel, I mean, did you like this shit?
And all of those guys. And I just, you know, like that's their MO. Even some girl comics have started to do it, to be, find those jokes to be funny. Jokes about lynching Black people or like lynching is not that's worse than rape. Like, you're not joking about rape, are you? Are you saying I'm going to go rape you? You know, you can't do that, but you can say lynching. Like, I find that to be, I don't know, you know, people are like, it's a roast, you go for it. I'm like, you can go for it without being gross. Yeah. Like, I find that to be gross. I found with them making fun of Cheryl Underwood's like dead husband who committed suicide, like,
a skin color.
You know, she's fine with that. If she says she's fine with that, she's fine with that. I wasn't fine with that. I thought that was disgusting too. Wow. But there was so much disgustingness that I knew it was going to be such a like gross vibe that I would be able to elevate it, no problem. Yeah. And that's what I went to do. I was like, all right, well, I'll pick it up because they're going to try and bring it down. Yeah. And Kevin didn't deserve
what they were saying up there, though. Like,
no, I mean, he deserves like an elevated gross. There's not, I don't find those jokes to be.
So let me ask you this: when you see other Black people laughing at that, does it make you go, all right, whatever, or do you think to yourself, what the fuck are they laughing at that for?
I mean, I'm not here to tell Black people what's funny about Black jokes. Like, no, I'm not here in the world to do that. Like, I know enough to just, that's my opinion. I don't like that. I also don't like the N-word, but I have plenty of Black friends who toss that around all the time. It's not my place to say, oh, that word makes me feel uncomfortable. Right. You know, Black people are allowed to do whatever they want. If Kevin thinks that's funny, he thinks that's funny. I don't think it's funny.
Right.
I don't know. Giddy, can you find Cheryl Underwood's response? Because I don't think this thing is going away. Good morning, people. Long lost cousins on Instagram that clearly don't know that we're on YouTube every morning at Pink Champs, the show. I'm requesting that you come over to YouTube. It's simple now. Just hit a button at Pink Champs, the show. Meet us over there. Thanks. Bye. She definitely had comments to say, but her first batch of comments was almost like she knew she had the power. She had to make a choice to either get on board with Black people that felt disrespected or diffuse things for white folks. What a choice. Yeah, I always say leave the spiritual realm alone. It's very real. And they have a way of responding on their own when no one's looking. And you can't say, who's that? Why do I feel an arm on my shoulder? Because you summoned it up. Merely summoning the dead, never mind disrespecting the dead, merely summoning, acknowledging the dead brings it all. Bad, the bad dead, the good dead, the I don't even know why I'm dead. You bring them all up. And you don't get to pick and choose when they leave. If he bought her a Bentley, I can see why. From what she's saying, Chelsea Handler, I like her spirit. I can fuck with her. I think we've got the Cheryl Underwood comments. The later on, after I've thought about this and my team told me how to play it, Cheryl Underwood.
As comedians, everybody has to laugh at everybody's jokes. But come on. And one person in particular who got it a couple of times was Cheryl Underwood, who was on the dais. And it just seemed like the jokes for her were maybe crossed the line.
My husband killed himself in 1990. Really what happened, right? You know, I was in the Air Force Reserve and they were getting ready to mobilize my unit to go in the Desert Shield and Storm. I'm sorry if I got it in reverse. It's been a really busy night, but my husband killed himself August of 90. So what they're talking about is his suicide over 30 years ago.
Nonetheless, you know, what happened was everybody seemed to be pushing everybody's buttons. Even if it was a year ago or 30 years ago, it was, let's just find the most sensitive thing and just go in on it.
Well, I think it's the new way of roasting. When I first came to Los Angeles, I was hanging out in the Friars Club with those old-fashioned Borscht Belt roasters, those Jackie Masons and you know, those guys. And that's why I said to Kevin at the end, we only roast who we love. There was a team of us and rehearsing things that we could say and what the parameters were. But the best part was being with my colleagues. The best part was hanging out and Tiffany Haddish and Lizzo and my fraternity brother, J-Dub, one of the Plastic Cup Boys, and all of us that know each other. That's why I said, freedom of speech is alive and well, and it's alive in Netflix.
So the weird thing to me was Tom Brady, because when he was roasted, he got upset, yet he showed up and he roasted Kevin Hart, although he left so nobody could go after him.
I like the fact that he came to give Kevin a little elbow, but also give him his flowers. Usher, give an elbow, give him his flowers. Cat Williams, for them to settle their beef. So I think what he did really helped everything. But The Rock being there, you can see all of us have genuine love and friendship.
I'm glad you brought up The Rock, because you said something about when you first came to LA and that the Friars Club, the rules, there were no rules, because this particular joke shocked a lot of people, coming from The Rock at least. He put the D in front of the R word.
But everybody laughed.
And everyone laughed. So has it swung back where now there are certain words that in this context people are fine with?
True roast comedy, it's not for mainstream domain. But you're talking about Netflix. And I know people don't agree and to say, well, why would you use these words? But what I thought was good about what The Rock did, everybody was questioning his blackness. And he really made the connection. It's a way for us to talk about the issues with humor and come to some common ground. Years ago, you couldn't say M word for little people, couldn't say R word for the disabled. I have a joke that I tell about my own sister. I tried to say disabled, but it does not work. Sometimes politically correctness does not fit in comedy.
I'm disappointed, and I feel like she spent too much time at CBS. I'm disappointed, and I feel like she spent too much time at CBS.
over here policing every single decision.
Giddy, are you okay, Giddy? What's going on?
Is anybody hear you repeating 3 times like I'm hearing?
I just saw myself and heard myself repeat once.
Okay, hold on.
That roast was
Okay,
corny.
I just solved that problem. Thank you.
She ate that. Did you see Dr. Omar Johnson's reaction to the roast? He summed it up perfectly. Can we pull that up? Giddy, Dr. Omar Johnson's response. I saw it. I just don't recall. Shit like that, I be having to make time for. Because emotionally, it takes me to a place. And every day, I don't have time to be sent. It fucking sends me and not to a good place. And I don't have space all the time to go there. Obviously, my algorithm has been hijacked or has found its happy place because I get nothing but these type of stories. So therefore, I have to manage when I decide to look on my phone. You asked?
I know it's been getting a whole lot of backlash right now for some of the jokes that was told on there. You seen it?
Art, on Mother's Day, Netflix had a Netflix is a joke festival, whatever that is. And part of that Netflix is a joke festival, they had the roast of Kevin Hart. I didn't know what this was. I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't intend to watch it. And then all of a sudden, the day after Mother's Day, my phone started blowing up. My Instagram inbox blowing up. My WhatsApp, my email, you name it, is blowing up. My Patreon is blowing up. I see a clip of a white comedian making a joke of George Floyd's death. It wasn't fun. It wasn't comedy. It was racist. But I thought that was the only joke of the Kevin Hart roast that people had a problem with. So I said, I'm going to need to address this, but I can wait. And then my phone continued to blow up. And I had brothers and sisters saying, Doc, this wasn't the only joke. It was dozens of disrespectful, insulting comedic material during that Kevin Hart roast. So I decided to watch it, Art. I spent 3 hours. It was about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I watched the whole thing from start to finish. I want to first read some of these jokes for your audience who did not see this. It starts off with Shane Gillis. He's the host. I never heard of the devil, but I know who he is now. He starts out by saying, I want to thank Netflix for choosing me to co-host this celebration of Black excellence. And when I heard that, I said, okay, that's an underhanded jab at Black excellence. He's basically trying to say, ain't nothing excellent about y'all. Y'all just a bunch of dumb niggas. That's what he was trying to say.
From
But
the dumb white nigga.
let me be patient, because remember, Art, this is a 3-hour program. Then Usher comes out. Shout out to my brother Usher. He performed. He threw some jokes at Kev Hart. It was nice and clean. Shout out to Usher. I had no problem with my brother Usher. Then Tom Brady comes out because Kevin Hart, I believe, hosted Tom Brady's roast back in 2024. Tom Brady wasn't as bad as the others. He says things like, unlike your real dad, I actually showed up. He looks out at the crowd. Tom Brady says, who are all these people? I thought Spirit Airlines shut down. In other words, you're a bunch of broke black niggas. How did y'all afford to attend this show? Mind you, Art, is mostly white people out there. So this lynching took place in front of a predominantly white audience. I want to shout out my sister Regina King, Art. Excuse me, Regina Hall, not Regina King, Regina Hall, because I didn't see her laugh or barely laugh at any of the jokes. She was up there on the podium sitting down. She did not find it funny. Thank you to Sister Regina Hall for maintaining your integrity, as much of it as you could, during this public lynching of black people described as a comedy show. Shout out to Regina Hall. Art, they were cursing through the whole thing. Vulgarity, profanity. It was nothing but degeneracy. But let me continue. Shane Gillis makes this joke, Art. He says, Cheryl's husband unalived himself. Obviously, black does crack because he jumped off a effing roof. Did you hear what I just said? I'm going to say it again. Shane Gillis said, Cheryl's husband unalived himself. Obviously, black does crack if it's married to Cheryl and jumps off an effing roof. So I do my research, Art, and guess what I find out? Her husband took his own life by jumping to his death, bro. They made a joke about her husband's suicide, Art, and check this out. It wasn't one joke about her husband's suicide. They repeatedly, throughout the whole show, made jokes about Cheryl Underwood's husband's suicide to millions of people watching this Netflix special all over the world. Let's continue. They call Pete Davidson a wigger, W-I-G-G-E-R. You know what a wigger is? A white person who loves niggas. Then he said, the Golden State Warriors logo is a bridge. Don't show that to Cheryl's husband. You see that, Art? Her husband is deceased. He took his own life. They repeatedly made jokes about this woman's deceased husband. Don't show her husband the Golden State Warriors logo on their jersey because he might want to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's continue, Art. Then Shane says, racist devil, Shane Gillis, he says, I called Cheryl last night and asked her if it was okay to say some of these jokes. I want to say this to my sister, Cheryl Underwood, Art. I love her. I respect her. Great comedian. I love you, Sister Cheryl. But don't you ever again in your life give permission for white people to disrespect you, disrespect your deceased husband, or disrespect us. Because one thing we got to understand, Art, when they make these jokes about these comedians, they're not just attacking them. They're attacking all of us because they're digging up these old racialized jokes from the slave plantation and they're trying to make them popular again. I know exactly what this is, Art. Just like they trying to put us back in Jim Crow with the vote, they trying to put us back in Jim Crow with the comedy. They're trying to get our black comedians to give them a license to publicly insult, belittle, disparage, and disrespect black people. And I want Netflix to know we not having it. We not having this. We are not going to stand by and let white folks manipulate our comedians into making an ass out of themselves on TV for money so they can make it look like black people don't mind being treated like porch monkeys. Black people don't be in mind treated like animals. See, they shouldn't have the right to vote anyway. See, they should all be locked up anyway, because who would sit up there and laugh at themselves being humiliated by racist white people. Let me continue, Art. Another joke. Kevin, it must suck being at 5'1", but at least being that short allows them to tell you apart from all the other blacks. In other words, Art, we all look alike. Then Shane said, they told me to be racist. He said this. They told me to be racist. He said it on the mic. And listen to this joke from Shane Neanderthal Gillis. He said, Kevin's ancestors came to America on a slave ship and a bottle. Kevin's ancestors came to America in a slave ship and a bottle, Art. Obviously talking about him being small, but you making fun of our enslavement, the greatest crime in human history, even validated as such by the United Nations last month. Are you kidding? You're going to make fun about the enslavement of my ancestors and you're going to pass it off as comedy. Art, this was not comedy. This was a public execution of the honor, self-respect, and integrity of Black America, and we not going for it. Let me continue. Listen to this one, Art. Kevin's father was a California raisin, but he wasn't raising anybody. His dad was addicted to crack, and he abandoned him. But I guess that's better than being there for the filming of Jumanji 3. I'm telling you, Art, if I didn't see it myself, if I didn't see this myself, you couldn't have told me that these were the jokes that came out of white people's mouths on international television while we were sitting right in front of their face. Let's continue.
People keep asking, how do we actually get an AI agent on our team? Well, it's easy. In 60 seconds.
Do we even want to go further? Or are we all triggered enough? Nothing is funny about it at all, Debbie. I'm just wondering, when is the revolution? Obviously we're waiting for the right person to direct us as to, okay, because all white folks do recognize is the dollar. So who we boycotting? Because I already said, let's cancel Netflix. Byron Allen was in there standing up and laughing. And he's ridiculous because the only reason he even got on is from suing NBC. Suing NBC on the basis of lack of diversity, a promise that they made to at least support a certain amount of Black networks or Black people on the network. It was something about that. And because they didn't, and he measured that, he was able to go to court and say they promised that they would, once they got this license or whatever it was, they would employ, hire, engage with, give jobs to, give shows to, give platforms to Black people, and they didn't. And that's how Byron Allen got his money. And yes, he stood aside his white wife for whatever. You didn't have to stand up. It made me feel awkward watching Black wealth be diminished. And I knew what it was. It was, we can't do nothing about it or else they're going to cut our water off. We can't do anything about it because we took the checks and we continue to live well off the checks. And we're not prepared for the checks to stop coming. So we can't raise up and say, get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck? We can't do that. I want to get local comedians involved. And get their take on things. Hold on. And I hate getting kicked up first thing in the morning, but he's right. We're not having it. And they count on us wanting and chasing a good feeling, a calm morning, a regular normal day. They count on us being satisfied with that. Why they continue to do it? Because they know we can only take so much. Like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do at the end of the day? And here I am saying, oh, I don't have time for it this morning. No, because there will come a morning where you won't even have the luxury of being who you are, just being Black in America. So you better get over it, Tarsha, because this is the new reality. Don't hurt your feelings, Kim from Harlem. If you like any of those comedians, you won't anymore. Didn't it strike you guys as them being uncomfortable? The money that Alan got will go back to them through his wife and kids, just like the athletes. Yep. And don't think that they're not thinking that way. Giddy and I were talking the other day because we thought some of our viewership went down. We were noticing a pattern here, or my viewership went down. And we noticed a pattern. I said, oh, well, I guess that was the 200 white folks that have had enough of me talking shit, calling them out every morning. And oh, well, they can stay gone for all I care, right? And then I said, am I just as guilty? Because now I'm sitting here thinking, should I measure my words for the show now? But the show, yes, this is a show, but my show is based on truth and what's going on in the world and occasional fake cigarettes and wigs and shit. And I'll never stop those things, by the way. Props are us here on Jonesy. But I said, and if you get caught up in a numbers game and stop speaking truth to power, then you've become no better than the Byron Allens and the Kevin Harts in your own way. You might not be dressed up in cocktail hour attire, but you not bringing forth the things you see, have conversations about it, are just as bad. So I'm going to continue. I might fall back on the snow roach comment or the welfare warriors, that I love that girl. But did I tell you? I told you the day I was, that year I went to the Atlantis and all that money was in my safe. I told you guys that story. Bundles of money left behind in my safe. And as soon as I got in the room and tried to put my passport away, I noticed it was locked. I'm not thinking why it's locked. I just called downstairs and they drilled it open. And he looked at me weird after he drilled it open and he just left. He looked at me like that and then he walked out. And I went and it was bundles and bundles of cash. That same trip, that's because I was like, why me? What am I supposed to do? Is this a test from God? I go through the whole 100 questions. I get down to the beach and I'm laying there reading my Kindle, minding my business. I didn't even have my kids with me. And a little white girl comes over to me and goes, excuse me, ma'am, I'm lost. Can you help me find my father? My sister left me. And now I'm scared. And I'm like, you talking to me? It's all these people around that look like you. Why are you coming to me? So again, I go, God, what is it? Is this a test? And now I'm finding out they have been trained that if they're ever lost, find a Black woman because she will make sure you get home safely. Did you guys know that? I learned that through all these racist white folks coming out and talking that talk. Now that they're talking the talk, we're having the talk. And I heard this online in a group of people that this is what white women tell their kids. If you were ever lost, go and find a Black woman. That is your safest bet, and you will get home. Flip side, if they try to get rid of your ass, they don't want you to find a Black woman. Conversely, go find a white man. He'll probably send you to the Epstein Islands, escort you there himself, or pull up in a white van on cue. But are you guys aware of that? I feel a way about that. I feel a way. I'm not sure exactly how I feel, or why I feel. Oh, Sherelle said I was in a great mood and this got me angry. Y'all have a great day and weekend. Sorry, Sherelle. Sorry, it's going to get uncomfortable. I have to prepare myself to ever watch something that sounded so bad against my ancestors. Yeah, well, Christina, that's good news. Christina's about to be released from the hospital. She's been in there for a while. That's good news. I'm putting your comments up. You're amazing. It shows an expression of Black experience. We Team Jones is setting the standard. Thank you, Trinero. I don't like that Sherelle felt away, but I mean, as long as we have balance, right? I just don't want it to become buffoonery over information and and when you don't get the information, you might continue to misread situations and walk in harm. Oh, I have an update. Wasn't I supposed to finish the story about Jalen and his roommate and so I told you the part about, where did I get to? Where did I get up to? Please don't get caught up in the numbers game. You and your voice is needed. Oh, thank you, Jonesy.
You got to the part where she said the little threat.
So she threatened him. So backstory, because I'll never assume that you guys listen completely and everybody's the same person that when I told the story that and heard. So Jalen's two roommates got into a fight. One jumped on the other, choked him, 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't know why. I mean, there's been tension in the house because the roommate, the oldest roommate, he's like 26. He's on his own and he put every bill in his name. He got there first. Clearly, he probably is living up there and needed a place immediately because he's not a student any longer. But according to them, his mom didn't co-sign his part of the lease or anything like that. So I guess he was officially on his own, but he was not paying the bills. And he was lying. From the very first time the rent was due, he gave an excuse that he got a money order, taped it on the door of the rent office, and it must have blown away because it was wild winds and raining. And he went so far with the lie that him and his girlfriend went out in the parking lot because the people in the rental office watched them on the surveillance cameras, went out in the parking lot searching for the missing money order. Meanwhile, the door has a slit for you to put envelopes in. So there was no need. And who walks around with extra Scotch tape in their pocket to tape it? So that's a little back history. And every month, the utilities are supposed to be paid. He's taking the money and not. And overheard conversations about him betting on this and betting on that and going to the casino. And I know that. I know what happens with that. I'm going to take y'all rent money and go and double and triple it. Those are my fellow gamblers. Y'all know what a TI is. So they have the fight. The cops come to the house. They arrest him for attempted murder. His mother happens to be a lawyer. But again, no one's seen her. No one knows who she is, whatever. So she calls the other parent to tell her to drop the charges. And the other parent refuses. I tell my son, mind your motherfucking business. This is not your fight. This is not your battle. Right now, you're the golden child because no one knows what you witnessed and you could be a witness. So just be easy. You don't got to prove nothing to anybody, right? So the lady calls the mother after I guess she can't get the charges dropped, whatever. Before that, they send the girlfriend goes over there with a cop escort. And the cop says that nobody from that side, well, I don't know if he said nobody from that side can come to that house without a police escort, but he did say if the boy needs to get his things, he has to have a police escort, right? So they let the girlfriend in, they let his best friend in, they get as much stuff as they want and they go. Now mom calls and says, I'm coming over there, I'm gonna be there from 4 to 8. But I guess the way she's saying it is like, who are you talking to, right? She comes, she brings 5 people with her. And I don't know when Jalen called me, all I heard was her saying, excuse me, I'm an adult. You don't talk to me like that. And he said, with all due respect, I'm an adult too. And just go ahead and get his thing so y'all can hurry up and get out. By the time they were done, she threatened Jalen and said, you're lucky that I'm not who I was when I lived in Jersey City, or I would have had you shot. Meanwhile, Jalen's videotaping her. He takes the videotape and he calls the cops Then she calls the cops. She's already out the house. She calls the cops and says that Jalen's harassing her. Whatever. Jalen had video. And the cops don't take her because she said, if I would have had you shot. What? Now, y'all cracker cops would have arrested somebody. If somebody said that to you or your daughter or your daughter's friends, you would have said, that's threat enough. That's threat enough. Let's just detain them for a little while just to make their life miserable. It might go nowhere, but let's do something. But because my son don't look like you, you're trying to explain that it wasn't a real threat. How about they wasn't even supposed to be on the property? How about they violated the other roommates' order of protection or restraining order? How about that? And I said, you know what, Jalen, let the cops go. And then Jalen hung up on me. So after she did that, I said, I just need to get my son home and out of that environment and change the locks and do all the things. But he calls yesterday. This is a new update, Giddy. Why did the boy ain't got no money. The mom paid a fee to have the utilities turned off early. That all of their names are added to, I made sure.
Out of here.
Yep. And I made sure Jalen's name was added to the utilities because I'm trying to get him residency, right? But they still turned the utilities off. They paid a fee. Pay your son's portion of the rent, bitch.
Pay his bail.
Pay his bail. Yeah, so they turned the water off, and the man did it real quick and ran away. The roommate went outside and they didn't even know the water was off because they didn't have the water running, right? But they saw somebody outside standing on the side of the house fucking with the whatever the water thing looks like. Ran down, chased the man down. And he was like, I'm just following orders. So when they called to get it set back on, they said, we don't do turn-offs, shut-offs, and turn-ons in the same day.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm learning so much about that state that I'm already not too fond of. But I said to Jalen, do you see what I mean by being nice? All you had to do was be the voice of reason. And she probably would have said, you know what? I'm not going to take my frustration out on that roommate on this one. Let them keep as long as they pay the bill, being that you never pay your bill, let's not fuck with them. But because you engage, and I told him, don't engage with her. Just go in your room, close your door. This is not your battle.
Right. Gotta pick your fights.
I'm hoping that he didn't inherit that shit through my DNA. Because you know how I pick and you are who you grow up with. Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's where we at with that. The ASU Chronicles, child. I'm like, why you just don't come home and just do your last year online? And I know why, because it's great weather, beautiful women. Now he's got a friend set, and hi, Ulysses. Hi, Voyeur. Everybody coming in a little late. Hello. Yeah. You went on a rant tweeting Kevin Hart. Yeah, we've been taking care of white kids for years. Yep. Black women are the saviors of the world. Give it up for us, Black women. And sure enough, I put my Kindle down and found her father. I heard that in TikTok and IG warning Black women to not do it. Walk away and tell a worker or security guard. I don't know. I think we are nurturers and we have a kind heart and people gravitate towards us. No, I think it's more than that. I think it's that they know that we are astute and we always going to solve the problem. Women overall. Black women mentally superior to other races when it comes to solving all the problems. That's how I feel. My opinion. Don't feel that way. We are love. We help all. I don't know. Hi, Nick Music. Insurance. Oh, and the insurance story. So the flood. So I've told you guys that come in here regularly. Last week, 2 weeks. Well, the plumbing been fucked up for a minute, but I didn't know it was history prior to us moving in here. And we only moved in this house because we moved up here for school and for me to be closer to work. And now Che does not go to that school anymore. And obviously I'm no longer going in that building, but I'm not complaining because now I still have TV business. So I still need to be here and it's fine. But the plumbing has been fucked up. So I have renter's insurance, obviously. And so when the house flooded, it's contained in the laundry room. But what do you have in the laundry room? Shit all around, right? Suitcases, boxes with things. It's like storage. So my stuff got damaged somewhat. And I called to tell them, and she was like, oh, well, we're not going to replace it. We're just going to have the clothing items cleaned for you. I said, well, what you going to do with the TV? She goes, we're going to send it to a technician and they'll try it. And if it works, we'll just wipe it off and give it back to you. And then she moved on. I said, boop, 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 boop. What about my luggage? She's like, can you just wipe it off? I said, are you crazy right now? No, I can't just wipe it off. And I should not have to wipe it off. I'm paying you every month so I don't wipe off. And she goes, well, what kind of luggage? What does it look like? I said, it's Gucci and it's Louis Vuitton and it's vintage. So she said, oh, well, in that case, we'll refurbish it. No, you won't. No, you won't. It wasn't refurbished going in. So why should I allow for it to be refurbished now? Because that's, to me, value decrease. I just wanted some new shit. But still, I did my part, paid my premium, right? Paid the year up in full. So then she says, well, based on what you're telling me, if that the water is inside, came from an inside pipe, that's all we can do is dry clean the clothes, wipe down stuff, and we'd have to have a technician. No, we'd have to have a verifier, or we have a fancy department for designer luggage or whatever. This is home site, Progressive Insurance, by the way. If you have it, cancel it and read your clause. So I said, well, it came from an outside pipe. She said, oh, well, that changes. She said, but I would need to verify. This is how she got me. So I put the plumber on the phone. He goes, yes, it came from a main pipe. I'm thinking if she says it comes from a main pipe, that they're going to do more than just wipe my shit down. They'll understand that it's probably more damage from more nastier water than machine water. She goes, you're excluded from that. That is excluded in your policy. We would have covered overrun from a washing machine because we consider that to be clean water. But now a sewer line is not that, and anything below the ground, we don't cover. What in the cockamamie? Yup. Legally actionable. I mean, thank God I got down there quick enough that it wasn't a crazy amount of damage done. I got the suitcases right here. They're fine. They're good. But if this was real life, meaning if they were fucked up, I'd have been fucked around. So I always believe that part of sharing my story is so that you guys don't have to experience the fuck ups, right? The more we have information, we go in knowing. Don't fuck with home site Progressive's home insurance. And I'm not too fond of their car insurance either, because they just raise rates without even sending any notice, without verifying if there is another driver in your house. Hold on. Y'all know this is the time of the morning when I flash. Brenda! The weather changed. I had to turn the air off last night because I didn't want to wake up freezing. But anyway, yeah, so that was that. That was that. That's excluded. She said that is excluded. Outside water is excluded. Just always to fuck something. That's why, God forbid, when accidents do happen, nope, I'm not cutting a side deal with the other driver. I'm not informing. My insurance company, Progressive, is on speed dial. Bitch, y'all about to cut me a check. Y'all about to fix my car. I already know where I want it to go and get my rental lined up. Not playing those games with these insurance companies no more. What's the point? What's the point? They're going to fuck you around and raise your rates anyway for some dumb shit. So every time you get in an accident, you might as well let them. What's the name of that book? Let them? Let them. Oh, I love these comments, guys. There's so much love in the chat today. At least he is seeing what's going on now. He can learn from this. Yeah, I mean, I guess make better choices. I kind of figured that house had a history of flooding in the house. I'm sorry, his. So that's the whole thing. When the very first time my toilet or my sink was always slow. And it looked like the bathroom had been redone. My dumb ass is just thinking, look at God, right? No. Look at the reason why you got a new bathroom, because it probably was some shit that happened before you got in there. So the first time it got flooded and I called her, she was like, as long as the plumber is not saying it's anything regarding roots. I said this yesterday and I was like, what? You talking about the movie Roots? Like, okay. And now that I know, because I saw on the camera from the real plumber, there's roots that have grown into these old copper pipes. These pipes have been there since 1950. The piping had never been changed, except the 3 feet of piping that she changed because she knew. She just didn't do the whole thing. And now part of the pipe has collapsed. Is broken, so they couldn't even put a sleeve in. How do I know all this stuff? Because I don't even know what the fuck a sleeve is. Is because I was listening to the janitor, and I have that type of memory where I can repeat things that I hear one time and remember it. He said not only is the pipe, has it started to like break off, but the pieces of the pipe are at the bottom, and he couldn't even wash it away. So he said these are things that over time they start to calcify at the bottom of the pipe, on the floor of that pipe, and obstruct toilet paper and whatever else, shit, all that stuff from getting through, why it starts backing up into your laundry room, right? Which is in the basement, and you start getting the flood. So he goes, it's just a matter of time. Either she does the whole job, or it's just a matter of time before it happens again. So at least I learned something. Hopefully that's helping somebody else out there. I don't know exactly, Debbie. So she came over here the other day with the insurance company, and they said it's fine now. We don't see anything wrong, so we're not fixing anything. And so my thing is, then it didn't work out. I know what you was trying to do, but that means you got to take in your pocketbook and fix it. Hold on, my ship about to die. Right? That's the only other thing. What we waiting for now? It to happen again? So let me go and add that in a policy. Let me go and add, because I already know where this shit is headed. That's the smart thing for me to do, right? So I will say last night I was able to do the first load in about 2 weeks, and there was no water on the floor. So right, Mandy. How many people? And this is what I know. I'm like, this seems to be a lovely house. It's a corner house. You got all that yard. The basement is finished. Maybe that's why it's finished. Because maybe the last time it got damaged so badly that she was forced to, and if insurance actually came in and did a part of the piping, they probably gave her money to redo. Now it's all coming together. But the basement is fly. And I'm glad it stayed contained. Mine stayed contained in the room. And I'm glad I don't be doing laundry like that, no way. But, so now I have to find a company. So I called the cleaning lady. This is why I don't like the fucking cleaning lady. Do y'all have cleaning ladies? I need a new cleaning lady. Only because my bones be aching. My back too tight. My booty shaking from left to right. And I just can't move around like I used to. I can't get on my knee, on my knees and be scrubbing and all of that stuff. And I don't wish to. Like when you get to a certain age, your body just don't bounce back the way it used to. And then other shit start hurting. So, but I got to give it up for this bitch. She came in at a low price and now she's at double her price. And I think she came in at like $125 to do, she was never doing Jalen's room. Because when Jalen leaves, I clean it and I close that door. And but for Bergen Catholic football team needing to spend the night, ain't nothing in that room. Ain't no need for you to be cleaning. But she has gradually gone up to damn near double her price. So I don't fuck with her as often. I'm like, you want to double the price? We're going to start skipping months. So the last time she was here, she told me that she was going away for like 45 days to visit her daughter who was in the armed services or whatever. So, and then I stopped working at the block. So I'm home. And I'm like, it don't make sense to be paying money out, keep money in your pocket, right? And just get your fat ass up and start scrubbing. You know how to clean. You may not want to, but you know how. So when I called her yesterday, because the lady gonna pay for the rooms to be cleaned, right? She gonna tell me, well, I could clean, but I haven't cleaned you since November, so it's gonna be way more. Bitch, just because you ain't been here don't mean the house ain't motherfucking been clean. But see, this is why. Because she's trying to justify her bills. I'm the one. She thinks I'm the dumb one that she just going to keep on raising. I said, why is it $40 more every time you come in here? Why? Why? When my room, I tell you, leave it. Don't touch nothing. I know it's piles of clothes everywhere, but I know where the fuck my shit is. And I can put my hands on it. What looks like a mess to the world is order in this ADD mind. All I asked you to do is wipe the windowsills. I don't want to see no webs. I don't want to see no spiders hiding out in corners. Do that. Don't touch my bed. I'm good with it. Just mop the floors and get my bathroom. So if you ain't really got to do my room, just my bathroom and mop the floor, and you ain't got to do Jalen's room, you've never done the basement, you do Chay's room, the living room, the kitchen, and my room, and now you up to like, I think she's up to like $350, and then telling me it's going to be considerably more because she hasn't been here since November. You went away. You went away. So is that part of your setup? What the fuck is wrong with people? No, I'm not calling ICE. Guys, stop. That's not nice. We can't be, nobody even said that, bitch. You're not even looking at the comments. You a shady motherfucker, Jonesy. You a shady. Arthur Melendez, get your mans in them. She's trying to charge me double. What?
She saw your stuff in your house and was like, oh, I'm going to get some more money out this one.
But what stuff? This is like.
She saw your
I don't have no artwork.
She might have saw a plaque or two.
No, the plaques are in the box because I strategically, I don't know this area yet. It seems nice, but you don't know, you know what I mean? And I don't need, all the decorative plaques. I don't need that shit. I know I was there. Pink Champs, because the women were there too. So my plaques are right there in a motherfucking box that no one knows. So what is it? I think it's this. That is, who does this black bitch think she is that she could afford to live here? And if she can, I'm going to get a piece of her pie.
So the apartment, my mom and my aunt has a cleaning lady, pays nowhere near that.
How about this? My next door neighbor pays nowhere near that. So when I texted her last night, it's because I know the landlord said, I'm going to pay for you to get cleaning. But guess what? When I went on chat, did you guys know this? When you have post-construction cleaning, a regular cleaning service ain't who you supposed to have anyway. So bitch, not only now are you fired, but now you're not getting this money because I was going to pay you since you're going to be here on the landlord side. I was going to pay you to clean the rest of the house anyway, but I'll be damned if you think you're getting $500 for this. But anyway, there are special companies that you need to have after you have a flood or after a ceiling or what a wall was opened up, because there's could be asbestos, there's lead in paint, there's all types of shit in the air that you're not even aware of. It looks a mess, but it could be dangerous. And they have special equipment. So there's special companies. So I learned based on her trying to fucking jack your kid. She tried to get your girl. It's her name Controller. Everything through a translator, which I have no problem with, because hablo español un poquito over here. Jonesy, you need the cigarette out telling child, I'm so annoyed behind that. It's like, I know, look, you can't get blood from a rock. And then my mother would go, but I could bust a rock's ass. How, Mom? It's a rock. An inanimate subject, Mom. But she always had to come back. I love it. This, for new people in here, is a prop. But it helps create the scene when I'm getting into my stories. So I should have had this out. When y'all put the symbol in the chat, Georgiana, good morning. You got your money back, right? When y'all put y'all money back, I got to give Elaine her money back. How did she pay me? Is Elaine in here? If she is, she probably had to go. Because Comedy in Harlem is not happening tonight, by the way. Nope. Y'all played with me. Nope. So I'm going to take my money and start my Christmas club. So yeah, there are actual companies, made companies that do specific cleaning, move out and move in. And here I was, this is why I got fees, because I'm getting my friend who got her little side cleaning business to come clean my shit. And they don't know what to do, what to look for. Get the likes up, please, and subscribe, please. That's all I ask. All right, what's going on with the Knicks? Is tonight the game? I saw a lot of flyers online last night. Everybody having their little private Knick parties. Is it the Knicks and the Spurs or the Cavs and the... I don't even know. But let's go Knicks. I'm not paying the $5. I'm not doing all of that. Because she don't even do enough. I would pay... Well, first of all, I don't necessarily have it to do that, because when you have your own, well, y'all know this, when you have your own business, there are expenses. So I felt like even when I was working at the block, that still was not enough to cover what I was trying to do with my own stuff. Because every week for Pix 11, hair, makeup, wardrobe, at first it was transportation. Shout out to Coach Malloy. But you got to invest in your business. Y'all know. And by the way, shout out to everyone that has gone in to Make My Fish. I was up there yesterday. Make My Fish in Yonkers on Central Park Avenue. Thank you so much for visiting. I saw one business card in the box, and I made sure I took a picture of it, because when the drawing is done, if that business card is still the only business card in the box, guess what? That person wins free advertisement, here, free advertisement, and an interview on Pink Champs by default. Y'all think this not real? People actually, companies be watching more than I care to even realize, and everybody's not watching now, but I'm a show that they go and fuck with. I get offers to do collaborative stuff a lot. People be wanting to come on the show. So this is a great platform. Why you think Nationwide Bus Charter is still fucking with me? They left the block and said, we going with the brand. Shout out to Nationwide Bus Charter. I'd like if you guys call over there, just call over and say, Nick, I just want to tell you that Jonesy makes your services and your business sound amazing. And should we ever need your services or the services of a bus or a Sprinter or whatever car, we plan to call. Can you put that number up, Giddy? For Nationwide Bus Charter? There it is, running across the top. Thank you. And our third sponsor, Carla's Kids. That's a daycare out in, is she in Clifton or Cliffside Park, I think, over there. But Carla is also part of Married to Medicine's Friend to the Show cast. She's one of the friends to the cast. And she lives a fabulous life. So we do Carla's Kid of the Week because we love Carla's Kids. Carla's Kids creating the next generation of pink champs. And Le Cool Champagne. That is the First Lady Rosé that y'all always see me in pictures. They're definitely our first founding sponsor for Pink Champs. Wherein I told you the first 2 episodes are in my head. Shooting 2 more episodes on Monday. And in some R&B Divas New York news, I hear Funky Dineva is so excited because he's going to be the Andy Cohen, the Watch What Happens Live. Hold on one second. I think this is one of the cleaner companies. Hello? It is. Thank you for getting back to me. So
now, Shane Gillis didn't say all these jokes, Art. Some of the other white comedians said them too when they got up to the podium. But most of them came from Shane's Neanderthal Gillis. Listen to this one. Kevin did well in Saudi Arabia because they thought he was the monkey from Aladdin.
How is that funny?
It ain't funny, Art. It ain't funny. This was not comedy, bro. This was a get back for Drewski portraying Erica Kirk. But I don't have a problem with what Drewski did, Art, because he wasn't vulgar. He didn't call that woman a B-I-T-C-H. He didn't mention Charlie Kirk's name. All he did was imitate her behaviors, Art, for 3 minutes. That's all Drewski did. But white people are so narcissistic, so paranoid, so psychologically entitled that they don't even think a black comedian has a right to do a skit of a black woman, of a white woman in whiteface when this white woman clearly supports the anti-black agenda of this government. You damn right Drewski had a right to do what he did. I'm glad Drewski did what he did. But guess what, Art? These jokes that they did at this Kevin Hart roast, it makes Drewski's Erica Kurt skit look like a picnic, Art. You cannot compare that Drewski skit of Erica Kurt to what they did to Cheryl Underwood. In fact, Art, this should not have been called a roast of Kevin Hart. You know what they should have called it? The roast of Cheryl Underwood. This was the roast of Cheryl Underwood. They lured our sister there. They sat her up front, Art. They racially targeted her, and they unloaded on that beautiful, dark-skinned black woman all night long. This was a get back for Erica Kirk. Let me continue, Art. Kevin did so well in Saudi Arabia because they thought he was the monkey from Aladdin. Here's another one. Listen to this one, Art. Kevin is so short, they will have to lynch him from a bonsai tree. Kevin is so short, they will have to lynch him from a bonsai tree. I got something I want to say. Somebody said that Pastor Jamal Bryant came out, as he should, shout out to Pastor Jamal Bryant, and he rebuked Netflix for this comedy special. Several black people did, but I want Pastor Jamal Bryant to go one step further. Pastor Bryant, you know what you're going to do, sir? You're going to get with other black ministers around the country, and you guys are going to draft a letter. All of you are going to sign it. That letter is going to go to Netflix, and you're going to tell Netflix, if anything like this ever happens again, there will be a national black boycott of Netflix. And not only are we going to boycott Netflix in America, we're going to ask our continental African brothers and sisters, our Australian African brothers and sisters, our Canadian African brothers and sisters, our European African brothers and sisters, our Caribbean African brothers and sisters, our Central and South American African brothers and sisters to boycott Netflix. If Netflix ever disrespects black people like this again, you will pay with your pocketbook. I need the black pastors to send Netflix a letter, Art. I need the Congressional Black Caucus to send Netflix a letter. I need the Divine Nine, black fraternities and sororities to send Netflix a letter. I need the Urban League, the NAACP, and every grassroots black organization, the Black Masons included. Send Netflix a letter and tell them, if this ever happens again, Netflix will be canceled by the black African race. You are not going to play in our face as you benefit from our pain. You are not going to play in black people's face as you benefit from our pain. And then Jeff Ross got up there. I don't know if you're familiar with Jeff Ross, bald head white dude. I believe he's a cancer survivor. And they made jokes about him, about his cancer. But if white people want to make jokes with white people, that's their business. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. All right? Now, he gets up there and guess what he says? He says, hello, Cheryl Underwood. You look like the donkey from Shrek.
Disrespectful, man.
Art, when I tell you, brother, they terrorized our sister all night long. They humiliated and shamed our sister all night long, and not a single black man in there stood up and said anything about it. Let me say this to my brother Draymond Green from Black Michigan. Draymond, I'm a Draymond Green fan. Draymond Green is an alpha male. He's a stand-up black man. And let me say this to you, brother Draymond Green, from me to you, because I know you a stand-up black man. Draymond, don't ever sit there again, my brother. Draymond Green, don't you ever sit there again, my brother, and let a bunch of white men disrespect our black women and do nothing about it. What I would have liked to see Draymond do, Art, but I know it caught him off guard. I know it caught him off guard. So this is constructive criticism. I'm not throwing my brother under the bus. I would have wished Draymond would have got on that microphone and said, listen, I am a black man. I'm here to support my brother, Kevin.
Did it stop on its own? Or you stopped because I came back? You can put him back because I got to.
Being made about black women at the show. This needs to change right now. Or me, Lizzo, Cheryl Underwood, Regina Hall. What's the other comedian, Art, that be with Kevin Hart a lot? What's her name? She played in the Girls Trip movie with Jada Pinkett.
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish was there. But she didn't speak, though. She was on the podium, but she never spoke, not that I can remember. And they never made any jokes about her. I don't know why she got a pass. I'm glad she got a pass. But Draymond Green should have said, if this don't stop, Tiffany Haddish, Regina Hall, Cheryl Underwood, Lizzo, and myself, we leaving right now. Or Draymond should have just said, Regina, Lizzo, Tiffany, Cheryl, we out. I'm not going to sit here as no black man and let these white pale-faced devils disrespect y'all in front of my face. I'm not gonna have it. So Draymond, next time, bruh, because I know you are alpha male. Next time, you got to stand up for the race, bruh. Celebrity or not. Because what they trying to do, Art, they trying to get us. They trying to get us to validate their disrespect of our race. They literally playing in our face, Art. They are literally playing in our face. Don't you know Shane Gillis called Lizzo a fat black bitch, Art, on the mic? Yes. What did he say? Something about her flute. He said, I see you with that flute, you fat. He didn't say black. He said, I see you with that flute, you fat bitch. Guess who else he called a bitch? Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor came out. She read her little jokes and things with Kev Hart, right? As she turned to exit, because she didn't sit up there. I didn't see her up there. As she turned to exit, because the exit was right behind the stage, Shane Gillis got up there again after calling Lizzo a fat bitch. Guess what he says about Tiana Taylor? At least she's good looking, because that bitch is not funny. Did you hear what I just said, Art? At least she's good looking, because that bitch is, he called two black women a bitch and didn't get knocked on his ass. How does a white man call a black woman a bitch? Two different women on international television, Netflix, and don't get knocked on his ass. Let's continue, Art.
You know, I feel like if we do the exact reverse and say we have, let's say we get Smokey, Capone, Talent, Rob Stapleton, let's just say, or throw in a Steve Harvey, throw in a I don't really think Ricky Smiley's funny, but we have a mix, and they go, let's say they're roasting who would be comparable? Roasting the white bitch basketball player that keeps fucking with our girl. And they say, listen, you needle nose white flat ass bitch. Do you know how white America would like? They wouldn't even care about a roast. They would the roast is done. We're taking it out of the oven. We're closing the oven. Roasting has been done. Who do these niggers think they are to refer to her as a white bitch? And how dare they even talk about her anatomy? Like, do you understand? Like, you would never get that off. You would never. Just imagine all the jokes that we could say, how pissed off they would be. We talk about how you can't be in the sun without and looking like a lobster and all those things. Those people, they would start looking like lobsters in the audience. That's how mad they would get. Just for calling out the obvious. Now add white flat ass bitch, flat chested bitch, athlete, black athlete slobbing it. The black athlete's not telling somebody, oh, your daughter's sucking. How does it feel to know your daughter's sucking Draymond Green's dick for dinner? Like, would you like, they would not even be able to show up at work. The boardroom, the gym where they train people, they would not be like, are you kidding? Caitlin Clark, yeah. Caitlin Clark, how did it feel sucking so-and-so's dick to get in the league? And you still ain't getting paid top dollar. Ha ha ha. Flat ass whore. You couldn't even suck his dick right. Could you imagine? And Savannah Guthrie, What do you call an old white bitch that goes missing in the middle of the night? And Savannah Guthrie's mom. Could you do y'all understand? This is why I'm doing a Kevin Hart roast part 2 at Comedy in Harlem next month. And we going in on all white people. Savannah Guthrie's mom getting it. Every fucking body's getting it. And y'all know I can write my jokes. And don't nobody want to be a part of it. I'll do all the jokes my motherfucking self. And that revolution will be motherfucking televised. Somebody's gonna. Would y'all pay to come to that? Sure, the destruction of your half-ass career. Why not, Jonesy? Why not? Because then this will be the only box that you're on, and this one's pretty much free. Part. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about Charlie Kirk. I'm about to turn that bitch all the way up. We're gonna talk about Charlie Kirk's ass. We're gonna call him all types of. Wasn't Charlie Kirk the what kind of Kirk ain't a captain? We got all the jokes, and I want it videotaped so I can air it and get Netflix like numbers. And yup. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about all how your white daughter oh, I can't wait. This is gonna tap into my creative side. Because you know how I feel like the white girls be groomed in college to go after the black athletes. So what'd you take? Cocksucking 101? What'd you get in that class? Yeah. Yep. Next month, Comedy in Harlem, 3rd Thursday. It goes down. Part 2 of the Kevin Hart roast. Giddy, give me a flyer going. I like a flyer done by the end of today's show. Please. Thank you. Yup. Turn the tables. Turn them. You like it, right? It's just a roast. We're going to talk about the Epstein files. We're going to talk about all unfortunately, and this is so unfortunately, the victims of the Epstein Island, y'all got to catch it too. We got to talk about the one that killed herself. It's going to be horrible, but well viewed, because this is what we've come to, and this is all you understand. You think y'all got jokes, and y'all jokes was fucking whack. Wait until we roast you next month. Y'all gonna be mad. 2520 is the letter. 25 is the Y is the 25th letter of the alphabet. 20 T. Them 2520s ain't gonna know what to do. They're not gonna know what to do. They're not gonna know where to turn. Yup. Almond milk, all the things. Now tell me, right? Richard Tate. Yup. Insurance job. Savannah Guthrie. Yeah. What do white people do when their lights are out and they've been laid off? Kidnap granny. Get the insurance policy. Jokes like that. Jokes like that. You said those jokes are actually funny because they're real, right? All they could say is what they think of us. Their jokes aren't even Black people's reality. And I don't want to speak for all Black people because some Black people are fucked up. But for the most part, we ain't no more fucked up than other races. That's why I say it's not even a skin thing. I hate when it comes to that. But y'all won't shut the fuck up. And every time I look up, it's one of y'all talking the vile shit about us. Trust me, there's enough of this shit to go around. Puerto Ricans that want to be white adjacent, the Asians, Indians, all of y'all could get it. But every time I look up, it's a 2420, 2520, wanting some. Well, now you about to get it. This is what you like. This is what you like. We're way more talented, way more creative with the jokes. So let's see what it is. And I'm inviting A.G. White. I'm inviting A.G. White because I'm going to take it up a notch, right? I'm going to invite one of their own to go after their own. You were about to tell me, Mikhail, am I saying it right? You were about to tell me about Claudia Jordan and Funky Dineva and how her and somebody's on Love and Hip Hop Miami. That foolishness is still on. Oh, you want me to get the cigarette out? And we're going to get AG White ass up in that bitch too. Mm-hmm. Because who better to insult you than you? Or one that looks like you. Right? You see where I'm going with this. Mm-hmm. Kidnap the elder. Get that insurance policy. I'm going to make my fish in Harlem. I need that promotion and interview on Pink Champs. And put your business card. It most likely won't be on Pink Champs. I don't know if I could do it on Pink Champs. Maybe I could interview on Pink Champs on demand. Those are the live ones. But you will definitely get your interview. And you can take your interview with you, right? And you can post it on your page and you can send it out to people as part of your press package or part of your deck. Trust me, you're going to get a lot of mileage if you win the contest with Make My Fish. Go in and Make My Fish at a location, give them your business card or write your shit down on a piece of paper, fold it up and put it in the box. And win and be a winner. Why I keep seeing smoke coming out your cigarettes? Because you want to. Claudia Jordan is a colorist. How? They're all great comments. Yeah, but how is Claudia Jordan? Tell me. I'll take the bait. So, you know, has receipts on Claudia saying bad things about Black people. Oh. I mean, here's the thing. Can we really sit in that space that we honestly believe that there aren't some people that look like us that actually deserve to be fucking talked about? Right? I appreciate the honesty. Like, you can't just be completely honest and genuine if you're claiming that all Black people are legit and all Black people are honest and pure and all Black people are any one thing. I learned the word monolith when I was on the block. Keith used to call in and he used that word a lot. So if she's calling out a Black person or a bad behavior that just happens to be Black, is she wrong for that? I'll wait. Funky Dineva, Michelle Atielian, and Claudia Jordan are all connected. Well, Funky is the only one that was invited to this R&B Divas New York party. So, and I'm confident that once I set this bitch ablaze and y'all come back and the ratings are, I'm sure it'll be R&B Divas Tennessee, R&B Divas West Coast again. I'm sure. I just am tasked with getting this one off the ground and getting it up and going. And you know what? We can't choose, and nor should we want to, change the race of our parents, right? They are who God chose them to be for us. Yeah, Jamie Foxx is getting flack. He shouldn't have said what he said when he came out of that coma about I'm leaving white women alone. And I think some of us actually believed him. Or we didn't even care. It was unnecessary for you to say that. But now people think you were playing in their faces by saying that. Now you catching strays. So there are some comedians that I refuse to talk about white people, like Jamie Foxx. So you can't come to the Kevin Hart roast part 2. You cannot You cannot, because you play in our faces. You don't know when to shut the fuck up and just go live your white woman loving life. That was a mouthful. Who else is not invited to the roast? Should we call it a roast, or should we just call it a fucking barbecue? Because we about to skewer them motherfuckers. Giddy gonna get it. Michelle, no, they're not invited. They are. Nope. All that, Claudia. Nope. We ain't doing none of them. Funky Dineva, and that's it. That's it. I'm not. Nope. It's not gonna be the whole cast of the and two possibles. Nope. It was a joke. Jamie said he would leave them alone in public. Jamie Foxx. He said he was, because he came out of his coma, his promise to God. He did a whole song about it. He was going to leave them white women alone. And here he is having another baby. But you know what? In a way, to each his own. To each his own. We don't know if he's scarred or traumatized or was molested by a young black babysitter. And we don't know. And he's not very picky either in his choice of women to bed. So, it's not like he has a type. If anything, it's a typewriter type. They're all fucking boxy and basic. Claudia says something about being in a dark room and not seeing black people. Oh, Lord, Claudia, now you're about to get it. And now that could be my legitimate reason for not wanting to do funky if Claudia is attached. And Funky lied on Claudia when they had their show on Foxhole, and he blamed Claudia for show ending. But wait, I think that show was coming to an end anyway, because the other show with the four of them, the cocktail conversations thing, when that ended, that was because James Dubose lost his deal and walked away, but she stayed. So maybe, and I don't know, but maybe the reason why her and Funky Dineva's show ended, because wasn't Star Jones's husband a part of that triage? The three of them? Maybe the network didn't support it the way it should have been after James Dubose, whose network it was, the soul part of it. Maybe it wasn't supported. I don't know. Listen, Claudia got her life together. Tarshan trying to get her. That's why I prefer the term ADOS. That speaks to lineage, because black is such a broad term that encompasses a lot of different ethnicities. Yup. Is it straight A or is it ADOS? With the... Why is he in the hospital? Call it a roast and invite Chelsea Handler. But y'all gotta let Funky be Funky Dineva and read the girls. Don't water him down. I don't want to water him down. He's thoroughly entertaining, but we just don't need the extra counterparts. We just need him. And he don't have the Andy Cohen. Let me see. He don't have the Hohen Cohens. Oh, you got that. Who is that a picture of? That does not that does not look like me. Jonesy in the morning, people no. You got to put, I know it's a white, people is in white, but they're not going to get that. Put Jonesy in the morning. You could put Kevin Hart Comedy Roast Part 2. Or White People Comedy Roast. But thank you for getting it up so fast. This is going down in June, people. The third Thursday in June. We're going to call it Kevin Hart Roast Part 2, because white people can catch it too. That's what the tagline is going to be. Kevin Hart Roast Part 2, cuz white people and put white people in big letters. Put cuz in little, C-U-Z, and put white people and then put back in little, can catch it too. Yes, my lambs. Yes, I already see the vision. I see this being bigger. I see this being something people want to be a part of. They want to witness the inflammation, the flaming, the flambeing of the white folks. Funky wanted more money and blamed Al and Claudia. Oh. Al Reynolds, Claudia and Star's ex didn't get along. Al keep a lot of shit going. Because my friend Armand roasted the heck out of him on his birthday. Who are you raised by matters a lot, because that's where your understanding and respect for the culture comes from. I agree. Or the lack thereof, right? But is it fair to assume that because her mom's white, she could have been a freedom rider? She could have been the other white. Who got cancer? Funky Dineva got cancer? No. And Claudia and Al didn't get along. One of the reasons the show got canceled. And then when they replaced Funky with that corny YouTuber, they were like, hell no, he's not Funky. That pic looks like Candy. Come pick up your clothes. Good morning, John Paul. Come pick up your clothes. Enter at your own risk. Yup. We about to we don't care, dead or alive. White people, y'all getting it. Who do they love? Who's white people say, oh, let's go at John Wayne. Let's go at Frank Sinatra. Let's go at Trump. Let's go after all of their heroes. Let's get them all. Oh, I hate to hear that. Funky has cancer. Well, let's hope he's in remission and stays there. Right? She could have been a freedom fighter. I don't know. And then she could have just been a black dick rider. I don't know. I don't know Claudia's mom. Elvis. Ooh, let's break Elvis down. Let's break Elvis down to his blue suede motherfucking shoes. Hashtag Black Talk by Jonesy. Hey. All right, let's go to some topics. So now we got a plan. We got a plan for June, y'all? Do we got a plan? We got a plan for June? I know exactly who to call and who not to call. Calling all. Calling all. Kitty, did you fix that flyer? You doing it now? Because I want to send it over to Jamie and get approval so we can jump on this before the people, the comedians that are watching me now, before they slide in before me.
Yeah, it won't let me put certain words in.
Ah.
It tells me it's offensive.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. The exact words it says, we're sorry, but the prompt will violate our content policies. If you think we got it wrong, please retry or edit your prompt. They got us on lock.
So we'll keep the white people roast. That's what it say, right? White people roast?
No, it says people. I can't put that word in.
Oh, got you. Canva will let us do it. Canva will let us do it. Chat be on one. Chat is nothing but white boys. Trying to morph into the spirit of everybody that goes to them. And just gives you information based on what they're getting fed by the rest of us. But this, my lovies, June 9th, I would love to see you there. Queens Public Library. That's me. Yep. My first speaking engagement. I'm going to get some good, cool air conditioning and some Jonesy. You have to register in advance, but it's free. But you just have to register. Okay. Let me see. Looking in my notes. Ooh, child. Go to Big Daddy Kane responding to Max B. I don't know why Max B chose violence. Thank you for posting this, Kim.
Straight from the Brooklyn streets where they could see me at. Where it's never easy at, that's the borough we be at. Real hitters keep the strap for any type of beef or spat. Make your head tilt back like Ed BC hat. That's where we gon' leave you at, make them take a leafy nap. Anytime that we attack, you don't want a piece of that. That thug mentality can be an aphrodisiac. But you're doing too much, homie, please relax. Don't make this animal damage you, animal banish you. Handle you flammable like a match to a candle. Do with words, I'll be your man if you plan to do any animal acting against the intangible. You must be sniffing albino. Realize I'm a G, you just Joe. Realize that's Mike, but not Dino. Samoye, not Wino.
Yep, we gonna roast white people next month. What the hell?
I'm like, what are you stuck?
What?
He took two phrases from you, or well, at least one.
What?
Bumps in the bump, and then he brought up that being a wino, I guess.
I didn't even understand what I respect it because I don't understand a lot of fast lyrics. Like that's why I don't like Jay-Z because it's so over my head. Although now I know he's stolen a lot of his material, but I couldn't even like. Can you just like turn the music off? I didn't like the track. And just say what you want to say. Don't worry about rhyming. Just go at a nigga. Go.
I guess he just felt like he should do it that way. Do it the same way.
Go deaf on a bitch. I mean, okay. All right. Okay. I'm here for it. I love Kane regardless. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Can I get that and a verbal lashing? Like not in lyrical form, but just like, motherfucker up. Like, I'll take strap the ass with you, bitch. You my son, bitch. Like, can I get that? I just be wanting to get to it. Wait, Funky doesn't have cancer anymore. He had his surgery yesterday. I mean, we don't know. Then it's too soon to tell. Because they can't never get guaranteed to get all the cells. All the surrounding cells. We obviously hope and pray nobody gets it except them two comedians at the Kevin Hart roast that was going in on dead people, but certainly not Funky Dineva. Am I a Max B fan? What? I think I led the charge with, who are you? I didn't even know who he was. I'm like, is that from B2K? Like, no, I just I'm old school. The lyricals, it's okay, but I need, just get to it. Just get to it. Growth is realizing that Kane and Likes were the true warriors who never sold us out. And we should celebrate them more. Okay. If you that mature though, then don't respond at all. Maybe. I don't know. This shit was fixed. Flex said Kane and Max B going battle on Summer Jam. That's a lie. That's Flex reaching, trying to make some shit happen. Kane would never do that. The world hit different these days, I guess. Flex trying to put some shit together after the fact. Stop trying to latch on to social media beef to try and make Summer Jam relevant again. Summer Jam is over. Done. Washed. Ain't nobody thinking about no damn Summer Jam. At all. Ever. Drake came for Kendrick again. I heard about that. Too late, Drake. You already lost that battle. Is it hitting better? Is it hitting different for the better or the worse? I mean, he got the lyrics, but these youngins, they like. Do y'all watch BET anymore? Nobody likes the Drake album. Max B is just feeling himself. Oh, worse. Yeah, bar low. That's why we can't give in, though. We got to keep doing our thing and let them realize. They always come sniffing over to seeing what the grown folks are doing. They always come. Then they want to do a little TikTok version of what they think we're doing. I agree. There's no question about Daddy Kane's ability, talent, whatever. He's a friend of mine. No question. I just wanted direct belt to ass. Like, he just did, like, a fist in the mouth. Like, over my knee you go. You're a child. You are a child. No, they sold themselves to Paramount. You said after Cedar and Hitch from the Streets went. Remember Cedar? That is funny. What was I about to say or ask? All right, let's move on to tell me why they sneakily stopped doing Powerhouse. No, they do it in New York, but it's all for sponsors. It's mostly for sponsors. So did you see, go to segment 1, Giddy. At the zoo. I don't want to say they were, doing what they do, because this was not your typical, oh, look at the lions. They're so sweet. Let me feed them some of my crackers. This was not that. Watch very carefully. Did y'all see how fast that tiger grabbed that little girl. And if the father wasn't on it from that little girl, they would have all witnessed her being eaten. They would have ripped her body to shreds and eaten it. Whew. Gotta love Jonesy. Segment 2. I have to ask you guys' opinion honestly. Do you feel that men do a good enough job on protecting women outside of their own circle? Women. Do men do a good enough job protecting women outside their circle? And nobody was helping. He was on his own. Everybody say a prayer or make a wish before we go here. Hey, Bridget. Bridget's in here. That's my other sister. She said that video with the lion was crazy. I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine. I don't think I could even react fast enough. Then I saw another video. Somebody's pit bull got loose. It was 2 black women, and he had one of their hands. And she was like this on him. All right? Trying to shake him off. And then she's trying to get in the car and shake him off, but he got her hand. So then her daughter, I don't know if that was her daughter, the other girl comes around and he jumps on her fucking hand. I want to be mad at the cameraman, but then we wouldn't have even known this was going on. Somebody has a document. But nobody went over there, even with the camera, to kick him or beat him or do something to the dog. In that case, what do you do? In that case, what do you do? The black man plays the hero and is labeled the villain. All right, let's play this video.
Hey, Slim. Just stay stuck. Had a whole car full. And I asked Mike, I said, man, y'all should let me go in front of y'all. No, well, why? That's why. So when men don't hold the door for women and when all want to say black men don't protect them, that's why we don't protect y'all.
I can smell the black and milds through the video. I can smell the let me borrow $20 till Friday through the fucking screen. There's 1,000,001 things that you could have woken up and chosen to be. And you chose to wake up and be dusty as fuck. So you don't hold the door for or protect women because those 2 women decided that their time is just as valuable as yours. You could have easily walked your dusty ass over to another checkout. Could have took your dusty ass through self-checkout. Instead, you decided to film them because you somehow think what you're saying makes sense. When all it does is show how emotionally unregulated you are. I'm going to go ahead and pick that low-hanging fruit. What is that, Walmart? That you're in buying a Valentine's Day teddy bear for your lady at your old ass, grown ass, big ass age. But see that right there is the problem. Some woman has decided that your bare minimum is more than enough. Some woman has decided that your lowest of low efforts should be applauded. And it's gassed you up so much so that you think all women should have that mentality. It's crazy to me because then when I call men like you he bitches, I'm the problem. When I say that black men like you are the white women of the black community, somehow I'm the problem. And yet here you are, king of the dusties, proving me absolutely right. But I'm not a complete bitch, so allow me to give you a piece of advice. Those lips, turmeric scrub, expeditiously expeditiously. Because at this point, we can't tell if that shit is spewing from your mouth or your asshole.
That bitch reads every time. She never fails. It be the dusty, bustiest, not having nothing nigga living off of somebody. They got the nerve to just say anything, and that's the reason why. And that's the reason why. She said you buy a teddy bear in your big old age, a teddy bear, and think you fucking doing something. Looking for a reason, just looking for a reason. You're not even the one, like nobody told you that you're not the one to ever do videos like that. You look crazy. And you whispering because you're a fucking coward and you know you on some bullshit. You probably said something to them prior to what made you start videoing. You probably tried to hit on them or said something wrong. And then when they shut you down, now you want to start the video. That's that calculated, I know I was never enough. I know I'm still not enough and ain't ever going to be enough. So I might as well just join a bandwagon that's like really unfounded, but it's more of us than it ain't. So let's go. And you live in that shit. My gosh. Can I borrow $20 till Friday? That sent me. That's not even a man I would want. Crazy. Let's go to segment 5. So I want to ask a question before we hit this clip. If you could have a versus in any genre, not just music, like even if it was a sports versus, if it was a dance versus, if it was a who dresses better than who versus, if it was a comedy versus, go. Who would yours be? Bridget, you have no idea. She reads all the time. I put a clip up from her daily because this woman is my spirit animal. That is I was going to say Yvette Michelle, then I was going to say Chrisette Michelle. That is Michelle. Is that Michelle J or K J Michelle or K Michelle? I don't even care. She talking about she want to verse Tamar, but she calls her the Muppet. Can you hit on the audio page?
Versus.
Oh, I think I should do a versus.
Who you gonna go up against?
Probably the Muppet. But I mean,
who the Muppet?
Be so much. I'm not. I will not. I'm. She supposed to be so much better than me. She as an elitist and black person, she's so refined. But she's the one with teeth knocked out, sleeping with married men. Not me.
I don't know who you talking about.
Not me. But I'm low level, low class because of your family.
You don't want to tell me? Tell me in my ear.
No, I would never, because I think people understand as far as that. I am over what they were saying in the last couple of years of like 10 million. And this person is about 2 million. And I put the 2 on the sister. And you steadily attacking me. So I've been quiet on your attacks. So now get up there. Do your verses, little lady. Go for a little Muppet. Let's rock.
Would you do verses?
So, okay. But she said something else during that interview that had me looking sideways when she said she has watched her husband have sex with multiple women, legs up in the air, all different positions, and she's fine with that. But where she draws the line is if her husband pays another woman's bills. My sisters, I can't even. So it's all right if he comes and brings you back a life-threatening disease. It's okay that he's like, just, you can't pay your own bills. That action to me does not mean that a man is more in love or in love. Paying a bill to me does not an emotional connection make. But am I too old school? Maybe I'm wrong and that's what it is. Tamar is never going to do a versus with K. Michelle. Nia, that part. And both things can be true. She can be the Muppet. But how you Muppet call her? Who you call the Muppet? Didn't you just get shit removed from your ass? And was doubling down in that conversation, saying, if he pays somebody's bill, that's when I would leave. That's too much. That means he is invested in her. I don't know. Versus, we got Living Single versus Martin. I like where you're going with that, Jodeci. You said Paula Abdul versus Janet Jackson, which belated happy birthday, Janet. I'm sure she watches. We think that, oh, the stars are too big. No, they be right locked into the ratchet shit, which is me. Old school versus new school. Big John said the bear could have been for a sick child. Okay. And this is why I don't get upset when they say that's why I date white, because honestly, it'd be the ones we didn't want at all. Facts. Martin versus Eddie Murphy. Well, I would say, I don't care about Paula Abdul. Like, get out of here. I would say Janet versus Tiana Taylor, right? Our generation versus their generation. I would say, you said Denzel versus Michael B. Jordan. I would say Denzel's son versus Michael B. Jordan. I would say Monique versus Steve Harvey. She also said she was in love with R. Kelly and he played her. New York Undercover versus Law and Order. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Exactly, because I can call and cancel that bill. You can't cancel herpes. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Ain't he paying with her money? Probably not. What money? Where's all this mysterious money come from that is assumed that these artists have? I'm sure she's doing shows, but I'm sure she's got mortgage. I'm sure she's got more cars probably that she can drive at a time. I'm sure she's got insurance payments. I'm sure she's got bills. I don't look at K. Michelle. If she had that much wealth, she wouldn't be on these raggedy shows. Missy versus Timbaland. Who is like the new age Missy? Like, what do we consider Missy to be? Eric Kane ain't doing no Summer Jam. Flex just talking because they got to put asses in seats. Yes, Lunel versus Monique. Although, okay. Chris Brown called her a Muppet when she was on The Real, and she broke down crying. I remember that. Luther versus Barry White. Now you're just saying stuff. Whitney said, Paula Abdul was not a singer. Janet versus J-Lo in their prime. How much you want to bet J-Lo gonna get married again soon? To a black guy this time. Denzel got an actor's son. About to Google his movies because I had no idea. Yeah, he used to be on that show that The Rock, it was about athletes. What was it called? He's a great actor too. And he looks more like the mom to me. What was it called? It was about the football players. Ashanti versus J-Lo. Max B going to mess around and have the Juice Crew come out. And he don't want nothing with Coogee Rap. John David Washington. That's his name. What was that show with The Rock? With all them football players, it showed them getting drafted. But it wasn't like a documentary. It was like a scripted show. It was really good. Sinbad versus Mark Curry. Aretha versus Mary J. These people are not alive. We cannot bring them back. So we need people that are actually alive. I mean, Mary performs like she's not alive, but she's still here. Ballers. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Afro Queen. Ballers. He's on Ballers. That's where I first got a whiff of Sinbad's still alive. That's why I first got a whiff of Denzel's son. Survivor's Remorse, that was something different. People are not feeling Mary's show. I think if it were in our backyard, they wouldn't be so disappointed because it's the same show, but it's because you're traveling, going through TSA and all the bullshit, right? Spending however much money per night, maybe $350, $400 per night to watch the same shit. And she just sitting there like this. And now you're a joke to Mary because she don't even fake like she's singing. She knows that y'all don't like that she has y'all do all the work. She don't care. She knows y'all still gonna buy $1,000 tickets. Y'all still gonna bring your mans in them. Y'all gonna come back every time. Then she'll do her little horse gallop to keep you engaged and make you think that she's working, and she's making fun of herself because she don't care that y'all laugh at her. And then she sits back and has the last laugh on y'all because she don't sing. Dion versus Tiana. Yeah, well, you know, you ain't never getting the Mary bandwagon over here. Ever. Ballers. Thank you, Bridget. Yup. Janet would win. Rihanna versus Beyonce. Y'all just want them to fight. I just want them in the ring. Good morning.
This is your girl, Gina Thompson, and check this all the way out. Labor Day Escape 2026 going down in Punta Cana at the Hard Rock Cafe. You heard me. Punta Cana DR Hard Rock Cafe featuring I'm a 90s Girl. That consists of Listen up, y'all. Miss Jones, Allure, Coffee Brown, Monifa, Renee of Jane, and myself. Come on, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to get them tickets and beat us there. It's gonna be lit. September 5th, Saturday, Hard Rock Cafe. Doors open at 8. Showtime at 9. Let's get it, y'all. Can't wait to party with y'all. Peace out. Hey, hey, what it is, beautiful.
Thank you, Giddy. We got company coming on in a little bit. Shucks now.
Okay, so now it's time to clean the house, get your hair right, make sure you're looking good.
That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing.
Guys, got to get on your best behavior now.
Let me see. Make sure I said. Let me see. And guys, you aren't calling. We have a whole phone number for y'all to call and chime in. Voya, you usually call. Where you been? Brenda! Mikhail, that is our 90s girl lineup. We're going to Punta Cana, September 3rd through the 7th. We'll be there. And we are inviting everybody to come join us. It's Labor Day weekend, right before shit gets real with the school year. And it's me, Gina Thompson, Monifa, Allure, Coffee Brown, and Renee from Jane. The Hard Rock, yep. The Hard Rock in Punta Cana. What's going on with this teen takeover? Oh, yeah, they're doing pop-ups. They got the right one. Don't do that shit down there in Jersey Shore. Because trust me, your mama ain't got the bail. They're planning it. It's like they were doing mobbing that when they were doing that shit in Philly, remember? And mobbing at the mall and fucking with adults, and that shit didn't last long. They doing it down there in Long Branch, but in Pier Village, which is like newly built up and renovated. The queens are down there, child, living their best condominium life, and they're not having it. And the cops are at their call.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, I was just about to hit the button. This is Voya. I'm here.
Hey, Queen. Hey.
Hey, I'm in the chat. I'm a typer. I'll be in and out with meetings, but I'm always here. And yes, I will call in more. I should have took notes down because I do have a lot to say. I'm just all over the place. You know, I support you. This is off topic, but we got so much in common. My daughter plays AAU basketball, so the stuff you going through with Shay, you be talking, I'm over here kicking and screaming. I have 2 older sons, so everything you going through, I resonate with that.
Child, we are in that struggle. That struggle is real because you have invested. So, like, you don't even pay attention to how long you've been investing money and time and resources and like physically being there in the rain, early in the morning, late at night, trying to figure out dinner, trying to clean uniforms and not forget to pack this and pack that. That by the time you take a breath, you like, I'm in too deep. We can't stop now. And then it's like 15, 17 years later.
Yes, and the thing that people don't account for is the way the culture of sports has changed. It doesn't leave parents a lot of room for, bounce back as far as making mistakes. And every school district is different. The type of school you have your child in, whether it's public, private, or Catholic, that has its own bearing on the situation. And it's a lot that people just aren't aware of. But we wasn't even talking about that. I'm coming out in June. I'm excited about all that you're doing. Consider this. Maybe you want to package your events like all in the weekend so you could do like the Jonesy's weekend so people can come out and do more than one thing too. Something to consider.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't even think of that. Make it a Jonesy, we outside all weekend.
Yeah, like you do the bingo on Thursday, you do the Friday night skylark, you do a Saturday thing, you know, or some, you know, whatever. The brunch. Oh yes, the brunch yesterday y'all mentioned. Do the brunch. I'm with the brunch. I'm coming out. And I put a link in the chat. I don't know if you know this guy. His name is DJ Richie Sky, but I'll drop it again and I'll email it to you. They did a whole thing on R&B divas. He pulled up the post with you, Nikki. He really endorsed the show. He talked about how he's so excited about it. He's got a really big following, and he did a whole thing on you and y'all doing the R&B Divas NYC. He did a whole thing. He talked about it for a long time. So
I gotta see it. Somebody in here, I think it was Mikkel, told me about it, and I went on Ricky Sky's thing and liked it, and now I followed him. But I don't know how to find his stuff on YouTube. How do I do that?
If you search DJ Richie Sky, he comes right up. You got to type it all together. DJ RICHIESKYE. He comes right up. And if you click videos and go down, it's like the 7th video down. I think in that, I don't want to click my phone because I'll click out of it. But in the title, if you look, it says R&B Divas NYC. It's like the last little bit of the title. But you can see it. It's up there. And so people are talking about it. Y'all are getting traction. I'm excited.
That's so dope. I talked to Nikki yesterday. Well, we talk about 2 or 3 times a day. And I'm doing my first 2 or maybe 3 casting reel interviews this weekend. So we won't be barbecuing. We'll be working. But I'm excited. We'll see. You know, I hope that these girls know that it may seem like just an interview. And if you are one of the girls that's going to be trying to audition for R&B Divas New York, just know that it may sound like a conversation, but you need to make it interesting. Like, you need to give me storyline. Like, I'll give you a little inside. Remember Anita G from the chat sent an email, or had her niece send an email to Terrell Hicks about R&B Divas? So Terrell called me. And I knew why she was calling, because even though me and Terrell talked, I knew that day why she was calling. But we got on the phone. She controlled the conversation. She sold her story without sounding like she was selling. And she, you know, she was like, yeah, you know, I'm my mother's caretaker, and that's a big thing right now. Oh, okay. I see the link right here. And that's a big thing right now. And she let me know what was going on in her life and what she would be willing to share.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those type of women you want. Real women, real things, real stories. They're not afraid to talk, and they have, like, real standing. They're not putting on, like, because that's what takes away from the show. You know, we need real women like you. You got real things going on. You were really in the culture. You were really established. And, you know, you're proven. You're not faking. And people want to see that kind of stuff going on. So I'm excited. You're a real person producing, and I know it's going to be good. So speaking of that, listen, I don't know if you had a chance to go back and listen to yesterday's show, but y'all are really good. And
Thank you.
I don't know what he's got going on. I know you got a lot going on, but I don't know. There was something there.
I felt that. That's why I kept saying I felt that, but I don't know, you know. And first of all, thank you. And I never go back and listen to shows because I don't like the way I sound, but thank you. And thank you for listening and liking what you heard, right? And telling me about it. That goes a long way. I felt like he didn't necessarily want to commit. And with search, it's got to make sense for him business-wise. So we would probably have to change the platforms to where it's like, I don't know how that works with him getting a split. I don't know. The Cash Apps, I don't know. But I definitely enjoy talking to him. And even if it's not him, I think that there's space for me to have a co-host, right? But they've got to be able to carry conversation. He was carrying conversation, and I was able to sit back and actually listen to somebody else for once.
And just think you know, some outside the box. Like, y'all don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Meaning this, like, it doesn't have to be as frequent as you may think to start off. And to do a podcast, y'all don't have to get in the room and sit in the chairs. Like, if you consider stuff like Cadillac Chronicles or whatever that is, they're in a car and they're rolling. Y'all have so much history on the streets of Queens. What if y'all did like a walking podcast? Y'all pop up in different parts of Queens talking to like historical people that were there, like the historics that y'all gave yesterday, like with the detail. What if y'all just went about Queens in different areas, like with his history with Nas? What if y'all just popped up in Queensbridge, you, him, Nas, and y'all did a talk, and y'all just went around Queens? It's enough history in Queens. Like, if you consider Nas, Jam Master Jay, Run D, like what it, like y'all could go with that, and nobody else is doing anything out like that right now.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'm full of them. I got another one for something else that you was doing, and that one is so detailed and laid out in my head that I'm gonna email you. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, don't, because you know these bitches, they really are. When I tell you that they're watching, they are fucking watching, and the shit I'm saying they try and do. I'm like, how you gonna tell me that you didn't hear it here on Thursday of the, like? So yeah, save that for us.
Yes, ma'am. So thanks for letting me come up. I love y'all. I love what
you
you're
too.
doing. All right, talk to you later.
Talk to you. Thanks for checking in. I miss her. I love Voyeur be present. You say you all over the place, but no, we talk about a lot of shit on the show because, you know, the ADD of it all. But, and that damn Rocky. But Rocky, she pops in and then I don't hear from her. I need a dose of Rocky, like at least weekly. Yeah, girl, you know your stuff. You know when your stuff was heard and someone tries to do your stuff because they don't necessarily lay it out right. I'll tell you a little story. So there's a lady by the name of Keisha Monk. She used to be a radio personality on Kiss FM. We were friendly. I think we went to the same high school. I don't think she went to Syracuse. I think we went to the same high school together. Anyway, me and Keisha always were cool. Her mother got sick with cancer, I think it was, and she got sick with cancer. She talks about it publicly, you know, when she's in remission, out of remission. She's a huge voiceover artist. And while I was home, she reached out to me, or we reached out to each other. I don't even know how we got with each other, but we decided to do a project because we both felt like we were on the outside of radio at that point and that we weren't quite finished, right? So I came up with a title for us to create like a panel of, it was supposed to be me, her. I said, I'm going to reach out to Claudia Jordan. I want to reach out to, what's her name? She used to do mornings. I think her name was Olivia. I can't remember. Olivia Fox. We were reaching out to other radio women that weren't with the microphone at that moment to get their stories. All these years later, I realized that it's Pink Champs, right? But anyway, at this particular point, now remember, I had just gotten fired from Power 99, wrongfully terminated, and I was in my feelings. So I came up with the title, Blackballed and Beautiful, right? Right? I'm going to come up with a title. I came up with the title, and I told her, let's get these women and let's hear about their exits from radio. Let's hear about what they're doing in life. Let's listen to how they're pivoting. All these things I'm thinking back then, not realizing that now it was all going to be manifested and I was going to be able to do it and do my public speaking about how to pivot, all the things. But anyway, I don't even know what happened. All I know is we were corresponding with each other. And then I think one email or one text I missed. And I guess she got mad, or in my opinion, she was just looking for an excuse to get mad. And I turn around and I see Blackballed and Beautiful. And it's got everybody that I suggested except for me. She went and stole my shit. Now, you know that I already had trademarked and already protected Blackballed and Beautiful even before I presented it to her. So if I was on that type of time, I ain't want to get her sick again. Like I said, girl, go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all have at it. And thank you, Missy. Thank you, Kim. And thank you, Jonesy. Everyone that's been Moby Jackson. Thank you, Georgiana. Thank you, Amazon Mom. Kim from Harlem. Thank you so much for the Cash Apps and the super stickers and the and the Zells and the donations, because again, I don't get paid from this, but thank you. Stole my whole shit, black, bald, and beautiful. Not black, bald, and beautiful, but black, bald, and beautiful. And this was supposed to be where they told their story, right? Went and stole my shit and didn't invite me to be a part of it. And to this day, I don't even know why she got mad or what made her mad, or I don't know. And I probably shouldn't care, but I'm a nosy heifer. So I'll be needing to connect all the dots, because there will be a point where I bump into her and I need to get my cuss out right. I need to always have the cuss out right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The cuss out will happen. Yeah. I understand like how you can do your thing and interact with each and other, build a community. Very happy for you. Thank you so much, Amazon Mom. Yeah, how you stealing my shit? How are you stole my shit? Now, it only wound up getting like 20 views, or it was very small, which is why I didn't activate my paperwork. But to all y'all seedy, needy bitches out there that's watching and sitting back and studying and trying to figure out, please don't, because without the block, I got time today. I will find it for you. Ask that little boy that stole my song for his little Trillionaire commercial. All right, our guest has just arrived. You guys have seen her at comedy clubs everywhere. They call her behind her back the it girl of comedy, and she happens to be one of my newer friends, but I love her, and you will too. Miss Stephanie K.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm sorry to call you last minute, girl, but it came to my. I'm glad that you called me back. First of all, welcome. Thank you for coming on here.
Thank you for having me, for always supporting me. Let's give it up for Miss Jones. Always supporting me, always mentioning my name, always booking me. I love it. Thank you, sis.
Thank you. I appreciate you always showing up for me. And don't forget, the first time we didn't even know each other, and you showed up. Someone called you and said, Miss Jones need, and you came. So
I
thank
did.
you. Mm-hmm.
Because it was Miss Jones, duh. Of course. The hell?
Thank you. So look, I'm not gonna put you on the spot. Everybody's talking about the comedy roast with Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah.
And now that people have had time to watch it and watch it with family and friends and hear other people's comments, I feel like the right people are being made aware of what this truly was.
Right.
This was a racist rant disguised as a roast.
Right. And I hate the fact that and you follow my social media. I always got an opinion about everything, and I just kind of stayed away from it. Not for political reasons. I don't want to be fighting with my colleagues, and I will be fighting with every last one of them.
Let me tell you, Stephanie don't play. You say something, she won't forget what you said, and she will give it to you. So when she says that, I believe her.
I catalog all the data. It's stored here. You'll never get away with it. Right. But when it comes to that Kevin Hart situation, I feel like if that was going to be the criteria, then it's fair game across the board. There was a panel full of Jews. Nobody had a Holocaust joke as hot as it was in that room. No, you know what I mean? Like nobody thought to say there was a cheap shot. Oh, coming from a Jew. What do we expect? Nobody thought. You know what I mean? Like, girl, it's so crazy because.
And this is why I knew out of all my comedian friends, this is the one I chose to wake up this morning. Stephanie K, I would like to formally invite you to part 2 of the Kevin Hart roast, where white people gonna catch it tonight.
Girl, and this is considered my RSVP. I'm coming.
Thank you. The first one to sign up for it. I said we're gonna talk about Savannah Guthrie's mother. What do you call an old lady that disappears in the middle of the night I don't know,
Yeah.
insurance policy. I don't know. But we're going to talk about the dead, the living. We're going to talk about Elvis. We're going to get them where they live because they're not even as talented as us with the jokes.
They not as talented as us with the jokes. Do you know the whole time I'm watching this, I'm looking like they laid it out for the rebuttals. Are you? And we not talking about a panel of unfunny people. People might not know Naeem Lynn. I mean, they know him now, but Naeem funny as shit. I don't know if they was told like they couldn't go off script, but the problem for me was you talked about lynching Kevin. Like when is that funny? How is that funny?
Chelsea Handler said, will you talk about rape? Because to me, lynching is worse than rape. So would you come up here and say, oh, I'm about to go and rape some bitches, some flat ass bitches? No, not to say that. But Whitey let them say it. So guess what, Whitey? I know my shit gonna be videotaped and go viral because I might get up and do some stand up. We got so much history, so much material on
Let
White
me tell you, I hit up 2 comedians who have the same thought process that I have. And I was like, let's do a mock roast. We have, and I was taking it there, and I'm talking about everybody that was on that panel. There's a comedian that either looks like them or sounds like them. Like we was gonna have a straight. Well, this was what my thought was: have a straight mock roast, but it was gonna be in reverse.
That's what I look at my flyer. Where the flyer at, Giddy? That's what great minds think alike. So I'm doing this the 3rd Thursday of June at Comedy in Harlem. And white people gonna get it.
Oh, okay. I didn't see this. Okay.
We just did it an hour ago, but I've been talking about it, and they won't let him put white. They won't let him put white people on the flyer. So we're gonna have to.
Well, you can put YT.
It wouldn't let me put YT either. But you didn't see the update I just did, the 2 seconds you were talking, featuring Stephanie K.
Hey!
God damn!
He's fast. Giddy gonna get it.
Oh my God.
Then put cause clear people or pink people.
Okay. So let's talk behind the scenes because the club, if it goes viral, there's a lot of things we should discuss prior to.
Okay. Yup.
I mean, I don't, you know me, listen. They can't touch my bank account and they haven't put anything in it. So
hello. So look, you're at a great place.
Yeah. Please cancel me. That might help my career.
Listen, the people in the chat fuck with you hard. They're making these comments. They're putting up links of your material. Yes, they know who you are.
Follow me on Instagram, Smack Funny, SMACFUNNY. Thank you.
That's
and
right.
make sure y'all come to the show. That's
Use 2520. They're coming because I canceled tonight. They're coming next month for that. Who don't want to come? To have their oppressors served up on a motherfucking platter. Try because 2520s can catch it too, Giddy. Everybody know that the 25th letter of the alphabet and the 20th letter. Y-T.
T, yeah. Oh, I like that.
See how creative we are?
Yep.
They just went with nigger. Well, we over that. And we all got guns.
All righty. Well, I have to jump on my 11 o'clock call. I love you, Jonesy. Thank you so much.
Sis. Thank you for checking in.
Thank y'all. And I'll see y'all. When was it?
June. What's that Thursday, y'all? The 18th? Yep.
Oh, Jonesy, I'm not going to be. Wait. Hold on. I think I'll call you after 11 o'clock. I'll put you after my 11 o'clock meeting.
Okay, go.
Okay, all right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I'm going to get out of here because I'm old. How do I end this?
I'm going to end you. Oh, no, all right, there you go. I think. There she go. Okay. Oh, wait. I got to make sure I'm going to be here because I'm supposed to be at Rhode Island at a camp. So let's see if we could change it to the 4th Thursday. What's the never? It's slowing down. Shoot. We'll figure out. We'll make that date work for the comedians. I don't know if I could trademark that because I didn't create that. You got to pull up. Melanated people. Yep, because 2520s can catch it too. And maybe we put 25-20. So people don't be like, what's 2? What's the second letter of the alphabet? What's the 5th letter? No, 25th letter and the 20th letter.
Yo, they are on us. They don't accept 2520s either. I'm going to have to mock this myself.
Wow. We're going to have to go old school and actually make a flyer. Okay. Thankfully, we have the tools. Our poor children. They're not going to know where to start because this is them. Technology does it for you. That's why AI wants to lull you, rock you to sleep, so you're reliant on them. And then when they try to cut your water off, you got to be beholden to them to get it turned back on. You said invite her on the show, Miss Jones, and confront her why you steal. Oh. I mean, yeah, you're right, Al. When has that ever stopped anybody? Miss Jones, you looking for any other comedians? Yup. Philly Chica, I sure am. Can you do the pink roast? Because pink people can catch it too. Put pink folks. Try that. Put colonizers. Or just put the colonizers roast. He said Wonder Bread. I love the slander. That's not really intentional slander, but because we're trying to figure this shit out. Cracker Barrel can catch it too. And trademarks be costing. But I like how y'all think. We think wrong. So yeah. Pink Champs presents the Pink Roast. Bitch. And I'm not calling you a bitch, but bitch. I live. And then we explain. The pink people tried to come. Here we are. Because you won't leave us alone. So now here we are. Staged, prepared, with good material. Not just hurtful, painful shit. You gonna hurt. It's gonna be a lot of pain. And you're gonna gag. And you're gonna be like, why is this happening? My truth. Oh my God. I'm not ready to be exposed for all those things. Unregulated media TV. Good morning. The Snow Bunny Roast. Subtle and nuanced. The almond milk roast. Y'all are Bridget. Bridget. Yup. Bridget likes it all. The pig luau, the pink roast. Pink Champs presents the pink roast. What is that? What is that noise? Because the cat is sleeping next to me.
That sounds like dripping of water.
You can hear that?
I heard it.
No, that's his faucet. But I heard something like something dropped. I think it's white people. It is up. A pale roast. We could go on and on. We got any birthdays to celebrate? To acknowledge before we get up out of here, y'all? Let me get my pink gun. Kitty, child. Because the door is over there. And usually if the cat hears something, he winds up bringing it back in his mouth like he bringing me the pink roast. Yup. Where 2520s can catch it too. I love it. Yes. Post it. Post it. Post. Giddy gonna get it. I told y'all about Giddy. What? Everybody have a great day and Memorial Day weekend. Oh yeah, this is a long weekend. I'm definitely gonna be back on here tomorrow because it's gonna be a long weekend, so I won't see y'all on Monday. Now, I won't be on here early tomorrow. I can't even tell you what time I will be on here tomorrow, but it's probably gonna be like as my eyes naturally open. The flyer is fire, right? Look, Ms. Elena said the flyer is fire. Everybody be safe. Oh, wait. My friend Tia's birthday is today. Talent sister. Okay. So let's strike up the band. Happy birthday to everybody and anybody celebrating. It's Taurus season. Tia, happy birthday. And nobody went to jail today. That's a reason to celebrate. And if your birthday is over the weekend, happy birthday. I'm going to wait for names. The Cave People roast. We still at that. I'm going to make sure I have my cut water ready. Yes, Amazon mom. Now the cat is moving around. The mayo roast. Y'all are outrageous. Jones and After Dark. Yep. We got our notification ready, Jonesy. Salute Gemini's in the chat too. Yep. If I was in New York, I definitely would come because that looks like a good time. Then maybe we need to do it in Jersey too. And let's do the pink roast motherfucking tour. And give these white folks what the fuck they keep asking for. Y'all keep playing. You keep playing. Two Girls Mom, you're very welcome. Thank you guys for being here always. You're the best part of my day outside of my kids calling me with their bunch of bullshit. This is a prop, Bridget. It's not real. But I use it when I'm getting into a story and I need to get all sanctified. And I need to go. And talk my shit. But it ain't real. Giddy always gets it. Shout out to Giddy and Kim. They always get it. Thank you, my loves. The reparations rose. I love it. The white foam face. All right, that's enough, Bridget. Settle down, Bridget. The reparations rose. I love that. That's a great name, Big John. The pig roast sends me. I asked you not to send me. Ms. Elena, happy birthday, Ms. Elena. And thank you for being a long-time supporter, Ms. Elena. I appreciate you, sis. Che Bella. I know, Che Bella, you be having to go at the needle nose roast. Top row, you are too much, but I love it. Keep it coming. You usually have to go at 11. You don't be playing around with us. And then you come back sometimes and be like, y'all still here? Happy anniversary to your people, Amazon Mom. The non-pigmented, non-melanation tour. The non-melanation tour. Beast Stew. Y'all are hilarious. All right, guys. Love you for watching. Be safe out there. Appreciate all of y'all. All of y'all. Even the people that don't engage in the chat, that just be watching. I see you. I got my eye on you. And you're checking me out. Mm-hmm. What up, Sha? Love you back. Have a blacktastic day. I love that. They can't stop us. The end. I could wait 6 minutes and get a little blessing and a prayer in there. I could. Hi, Doc. He says smoke is good for the pain. But this ain't real. It's just a prop. And look, I have these too, Bridget. When I'm feeling bougie and I need to go in my... I have these too. But sometimes I have the fish fry wig. You know, I have props and I have disguises and things like that. I'm like, I don't want to say like the Black Carol Burnett, but I'm like that. I'm that girl. And she sings and she does parodies and all the things like that. It's fun. This show is a fun show. It sometimes gets dark because of what's going on in the world, right? I don't want to be up here laughing and doing skits and we getting fucking lynched on bonsai trees or being threatened like that. I can't just sit here and fake it. So this is as fake as it gets with me. But I'm glad that you found me, Bridget. Every day we hear from, well, we do the shower hour, which is a replay of yesterday's greatest hits from 6:30 to 8. And then I come on live from 8 to like 11, so we can catch that angel number, make a prayer together, make a wish together, and then go on with our days. Yep. Oh, Jola, thank you for the love. I love you back. Right? Dougie said, give you 6 minutes. And here we go. It goes fast anyway. Don't forget, please stop by Make My Fish in Yonkers and Harlem over the weekend. Tell them that Jonesy goes hard for y'all and put your little phone number on a piece of paper with the name of a company, your company, and put it in that box. The box is there. The box is there. I went up there yesterday and took a picture of the box and put the video up. The box is hot. I even took a video of the box. There's only one card in there right now at the one in Yonkers. The person gonna win by default. And I'm not mad. Maybe nobody needs any free advertising. Maybe everybody's doing so well that they don't need a boost. That ain't gonna cost them nothing. Giddy, I found the TV, Giddy. I found the TV in the house, and this is what the message is giving me. So I think I need an HDMI cord. Is that possible?
I can't read that. I'm blind. I'm old. Could you please text me that picture?
No signal. Check the cable connections and the settings of your source device. So I found a Samsung remote in the house. And it turned on. But I think I need an HDMI cord because it says...
Yeah, if that's... Or your port, that port is bad.
It says HDMI...
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad port. I just think... Because I don't have no wires, so I just plugged it in the wall. It used to be, you get a TV, you plug it in the wall, and then you turn to Gilligan's Island.
You got to have the rabbit antennas.
You plug it in, right. The worst thing was having to put a wire hanger on top of the TV.
I just had this conversation with somebody.
I'm like, why do I need all these contraptions just to fucking watch that girl? Or Odd Couple. Why? I just want to see Ralph Cramden. That's it. And go to bed.
Hilarious.
So I guess I got to get an HDMI. And I bet if I go in Jalen's room, he's probably got HDMI cords. But to the point, I'm taking that down to the shore spot. Because I need noise and stuff in the room. In the house. It's so quiet. It's a class action lawsuit on the Fire Stick. Something about spying. Oh my God. Change the input source. You can
What
switch
did that person just say? I missed that.
that there's a class action suit.
About what?
Tika said about it spying.
Oh,
I got my
everything is spying. Alexa spying. Your phones are spying. Everything's spying. We know that. They revealed that to us a while ago.
No, I can't change the thing if there's no signal. I don't know how to get in and make it and put it on. It's 11:11 almost. It's about to be 11:11. Everybody get your prayer, get your wish ready, because when it turns 11:11, that's when you're being heard. Oh, she said it don't matter if they're spying. Get the check. If or not, he probably have an extra Asian mile with video game. Yup. Try narrow. I know he does. The hanger trick. 11:11. Go. All right, well, I'm done my prayer. How you interrupt other people? Oh, wow. Where are we going? What are y'all talking about? To the sing-along thing at Backstage with Jonesy is really good, so I'm going to try and make sure I do this also. We talking about they talking about the comedy thing? That's what y'all talking about? The pink roast? Kevin Hart roast too? Because 2520s can catch it too. I love it. I love it. I love it. Is that what we trying to coordinate? Oh, the library event. Oh, I went right for the shits. I went right for damn the educational, respectful, decent stuff. Yes, June 9th, Queens Public Library. Please come join me. My very first speaking engagement, 3-part series. Oh, here come Amazon.
Don't forget, people, it's free, but you have to register. They need a count.
I think Amazon's coming early. You know what? I had to get more drapes. Because I brought the drapes up to my set yesterday. And we realized that if I want the crushed up effect, I'll show you. This is how the set looks now. Ow. But I needed 2 more panels. And now we have them. Ow. This is so dope, right? How nice is this? Can you see it? Can you guys see it? Nope. How dope is this? Giddy. And I steamed them. So we don't have to be wasting time when it's time to shoot.
Oh, you did it early, huh?
I did it early, yep.
Okay.
And I got another table cover just in case. So I could put them in the cleaners. Oh, and there's 111 people in here with 1 person thumbing up. So that's 11:11. Make another wish and make another prayer.
No, that just confirmed what you're showing. Like you say, what are you doing when that's coming up? What were you just doing when that's coming up?
Pink champion, yup. Hey. Thank you for helping me build the set. But how you gonna let me forget my champagne?
Huh? You said to leave it there.
I know, but I brought one from my personal stash just to make it look full. because I didn't want there to be an empty holder. It's okay. It's all right. You know, it was gone when I got there yesterday. Like, it's removed.
What's removed?
The set. They broke it down.
Why?
They probably had other business.
Oh, so you did get a chance to rebuild it yesterday then?
Well, I just put the drapes over the rack and took the steamer out and just started steaming.
Okay, so we got a time of rebuilding then, huh? Okay, no problem. Get there early.
Well, no. You know what? They'll rebuild it. They'll rebuild it for us.
Okay.
Because they know how it goes. They know how it looks now.
Okay.
They didn't know before.
Okay, no problem. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, you love the set. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. The set is fire. Beautiful set. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Ow. Come on, y'all. Come on, set. Thank you. So like I said, the first 2 episodes are on here, and then we're doing 2 more on Monday. It's going to be a long day. Thank you. Thank you. You can connect the TV to Wi-Fi. The HDMI cord is only needed if you're hooking up a device. But how do I get the keyboard to pop up? Or how do I get... Tracy, I'm going to call you offline, child. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. The end. Be back to the white bread roast. Yo. It's the pink roast, because that's the only thing that the chat would let him do, because it said Pink Champs Presents. The cork roast. They're going to get it. Because I'm going to say, you know how many names we had before we decided to call it the pink roast? We had, yeah. And I want, we got to invite, no. Because the white people we would invite are not the ones we want to offend. Like, those are our friends. Like, some of us actually fuck with them, right? So we just have to come ourselves, laugh, and then I will post it. Because they always in my shit, trying to see what the fuck I'm up to. Let them get a load of me that. Oh, it's going down. You said, I'm really behind, but Common versus Ice Cube. You are so behind, but it's okay. It's cute. Yes, safe productive day. Thanks, Moby. All right, y'all. I'm out.